Hello again.
And we're back for another episode of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. This is the split from the previous episode bit here. Pathfinder is owned by Paizo. Final Fantasy is owned by Square Enix. Please do not sue
Please
us.
don't sue.
Blah, blah, blah. Where we last left off, the party had, in the previous episode, negotiated the cessation of hostilities between Hilfar and Lullin, and it looks like they're leaving. Yay.
Even Lullin sword.
Yay.
There's still a lot to do. The party still has to get Hitomi all the way over to Abaddon City, all that. Tyro's still hot on the trail of this whole weird magic thing in Moonbright. Echo still doesn't know where Echo came from. There's a million different directions all at once, and we're gonna.
But I've got a translator. We realize we have a translator
because she's a dryad. We can and we will be spending probably about a week here in the interlude. So, party, in the week or so, or even longer if people have stuff that would take longer, what are you doing? The army pulls out and all leaves. People start rebuilding the structures on the edge of the city where it was under siege, where things were being demolished as the army advanced in.
How long would it take for me on Choco back to go back home?
To get back to the Crescent on Chocobo
No,
back.
the step
To
the primal step.
Sorry, I meant that.
That's where I'm from.
Chocobo, which I think we've done the math for that. They're 48 a day. So loosely where you are. Math. 48. It would take you about 2.5 days there, 2.5 days back. Wait, am I doing that math right? Yeah, I'm doing that math right. Yeah. 2.5 days there, 2.5 days back. That would take most of about a week interlude if you were planning on heading back there for something.
Nah, I want to be here for when we're leaving. This isn't finished yet. All I'd be doing is going back home, being like, guess what, tribe and parents? Shit in the Four Kingdoms is wild.
And sometimes their magic is wild.
Although I'm like fucking strong as shit now. I could probably take out like half of our ancestral enemy like on my own. Jesus. But no. I'm just gonna spend time with whatever artifacts we get given, identifying, seeing what I can do with, see if I can start making my natural attack materia thing.
I'm going to be hanging around Kaya, if anyone asks, just because she can understand me, and if anyone wants to ask.
Spending time with these, I can get away with it.
Tyro's going to see if the spell shop is actually still in one piece, and if it is, he's going to be purchasing a levitation scroll, because, yeah, falling's not fun, because that's the closest thing I can come to, and I'm assuming that if I cast it while free falling, it still allows me to levitate, but as long as I do it before I hit the fucking ground.
Yes, it lets you control your ascent or descent based on.
Yeah, so that's a second level spell, caster level times 20 gil. So was that? So I'm level 5, so 5 times 20. Yeah.
For the purposes of this sort of interlude buying and selling of shit, if people want to buy at exact cost and sell at half cost, you can adjust your inventories thusly.
Okay. So I will probably do. I'm gonna say probably over the course of the week, probably one attempt at Dimension Door a day. So should I just roll 2d 100s times 7?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this right now.
While he's flooding the chat, I want to get the hers set of the his and hers armor fixed, and I want the his set of the his and hers armor enchantment replaced with advancing.
Advancing. Let me check that.
which is a +1. It's a +1 bonus.
God damn
no,
it.
no gold
Oh,
cost.
Wow.
Oh
A
god.
1 and an 8 out of 100? What are the
If you
odds
look
of that?
The fuck?
Probably
don't know.
about
The same as the 21 and 20.
a 1 in 10,000.
Ugh,
God damn it.
Jesus.
thanks, roll 20.
Uh, yeah, I'm checking advancing.
die.
It's just a +1, no cost, and once per round, if I get a killing blow, I can get 10 feet of movement as a free action.
Alright. Let me make a adjustment here. Let me look at the numbers on things.
And this would be replacing the dastardly enchantment, which sadly does nothing for me.
Yeah. For a +1, like you're replacing a +1
With a
I would
+1.
say, wait, with another +1, you find an old man in a corner shop in Lullin.
Yes!
I'm checking.
Third roll!
Got it.
That makes up for it.
Okay. You find an old man in the corner of Lullin who's willing to for 2,500 gil replace +1s with other +1s. He's like, well,
I
he's
don't
the sort of
Yeah.
weird dude that can.
Nope. I have barely enough gil for dinner. That's not happening.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I want to sell the flank material
All right.
if I can.
Aww.
I don't know you want it. You're not communicating that because I haven't told anyone that I've got it. And I won't be
Yeah.
using it, and I need the gil. There'll be more chances. So is that being sold at half or?
You could try
You
to
could sell
haggle
it and
that
then
one.
steal it
Yeah,
again.
you can go ahead and try to make because that one's kind of a big ticket item. You can go ahead and make a diplomacy check here to sort of try to haggle that up.
Oh, here we go.
What about fixing the studded leather?
Nah, you sell it at half.
That's fine. That's still 15.
The stud leather, the repairs on that cost you probably like 15 gil at most, maybe 10 gil.
All right.
just-
Well,
it's
then I'm
a-
selling my
It's
old.
a little bit of some fine work, so they seem to charge you a little bit more for that for like 10 or 15 gil.
All right. Well then, I'll go with 15, and I'll sell the old for 5.
Tyro, day 1 of your antics.
Mm. At least you didn't get to. At least you didn't keep that one.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I do it once a day for the whole week, so once a day each day, so yeah.
You
By the third day, I've got it.
Oh,
on the first day you make an attempt, and as you kind of reach out and feel the energy, it seems to like overflow you slightly, and when you open your eyes, you realize your hair has grown 1 foot longer.
Oh my
Not
God.
the worst thing that could happen.
It could be worse.
Yeah, you could get a haircut. It's fine.
I mean, technically, it could have
It's
given
in
me
front of
the trait where basically my hair turns black, and as a result, basically any enemy that lands an attack on me, or touch attack on me, they have to re-roll at a -4.
No, you're not gonna get the black cat trait from this.
God damn it!
Jesus.
Well,
Right.
you'd have to move your hair to see now.
I'll just
Okay.
over the course of the week, I'm getting that haircut either way, so it doesn't matter.
On the second day, you attempt to cast it, and some sort of object nearby you, like a barrel or something, instead of you teleporting, it teleports to where you wanted it to. Has found a 48 spell affects random target within 60 feet of caster.
Well, at least it was only barrels.
On the third day, with your 100, you successfully cast Dimension Door. And you end up exactly where you were trying to go, wherever that was.
Huzzah. So I guess the big question is now. I noticed how Cookie mentioned he has so many charges a day. So how does that exactly work for me?
Which, side note, that dimension door that succeeded could have you had the capacity to traverse 200% of its previous range, which I think is
Jesus.
300 feet. But the way this is working is you're spending a spell slot
Mhm.
as you would another spell to kind of to roll off the table, and I'm assuming you're spending one of your higher slots just one each day as you're going here doing this. And the magnitude of what happens is tailored a little bit on that. You know, you throw a first level spell in, and you know your hand changes color. You throw a 9th level spell in, and the country changes color. Like,
Yeah.
which of course is abstracted in the system for just magnitudes of MP. But yeah,
Okay, I'm also gonna sell this +1 rapier, which +1 enchant, 2k rapier, 20, so 20, 20, half, 10, 10, sell.
sure. Whip.
And then selling the pirate's eye patch for 1300 and the panpipes of haunting for 3000.
Alright.
Right.
As you
No,
dump,
this would
as
go
you dump these
probably under,
damn
like, my
useless
second-
wondrous items and back into the gill meltdown bin.
How much was the swap out?
The swap out thing, 2,500.
So basically, this would just be put under my known spells, and I could put it like under 2nd level type of deal.
Yeah,
Or-
you could. Yeah, I mean, again, you can cast it at any slot level, at any.
Yeah.
You can feed it as much MP as you're willing to get effect out of.
Okay. So what's the effective range for like between 1st level and like 2nd?
What do you mean? Oh, for what you're doing for the dimension door thing.
Yeah.
You get the impression if you were to make an attempt on it with the 1st level slot, you probably would only be able to travel like probably half your movement speed. You'd probably be able to move 15 feet in a direction. At 2nd level, you'd get the impression now after you succeeding that you could probably clear a room something nearing the formal the length of the dimension door with a random chance. Preston, we are streaming, by the way, as this flabby shirtless man walks into the background of the stream.
Can I intimidate this dude?
Sure.
Oh.
Do it for 2,000 or I break your legs.
You
Oh my
absolutely
God.
succeed with a 31. This old man that you're trying to get to reenchant your armor looks at you, looks at the armor, and is absolutely mortified of the murder knight, and does it for the cost you asked for 2,000 instead of 2,500.
How much gil would it cost to get another +1 on top of something that's already +2?
What was that?
That depends. Weapon or armor.
Weapon.
I
So
didn't
it's
hear
already
you.
it's already a plus. It's already a +2.
It's a vicious +1, so technically yes.
Yes, it's a +2.
That would cost you 10 grand.
Hmm.
When are you trying to get done?
Go from a +2 to a +3. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Wait a minute. That actually might.
You're trying to ditch that plus. Oh yeah, you're trying to
No. He's trying to stick another.
You're trying to
+1.
put another +1 on it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit
Yeah.
of a more complicated thing.
No, it's that's like
For me-
straight up on the.
For me, if I wanted to add a +1 to my vicious +1 great axe to make it a vicious +2 great axe, how much money would that cost? How much gil?
Because you're looking, that's putting it at a +3 enchantment effectively, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think it's listed somewhere.
Well, there's a listing for it, but the question is, can someone just literally tack another +1, or does the device have to be basically re-enchanted to that level?
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
You can tack on.
Okay.
It
Then
just
the
costs.
difference of the two, it costs 10,000 gold.
Yeah.
Going from
As
+2
long as
to
you have the
+3.
money and the caster is able to do it.
Because that's +2 is worth 8,000 gold, +3 is worth 18,000 gold. 10,000 gold difference to step it up.
Wait, I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it for
Yeah,
some reason.
I've got it.
I've got 3k gil to spend now.
In general, the magic weapons, which is perhaps an important thing for this moment here, for all of y'all players to contemplate our Lord and Savior magic weapons.
I apparently need to start claiming items or something because I'd be a poor rat currently.
Just leaves right of the goddamn item draw.
Yeah. Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, and I pretty much almost at max. If I go 2 pounds over anything else, I'm going to be at heavy load.
If this short spear that I have that does +2 damage to animals, how much is that worth?
Short spear of what was the
Beast
enchantment
slaying.
called?
Oh,
Like, it was animal
no.
slaying?
It didn't have an enchantment.
No, that's not. It's
Or does short spear just do
weapon
+2
pricing.
damage?
Weapon
No, I think
pricing.
it was
That
enchantment.
is the actual price to get it plus a +3. That is 18,000. Like these are not. These are additive, not cumulative.
Are you sure these are?
No,
additive?
they're
I think
totally they're
total.
totally cumulative.
I think yeah.
I have a short spear. It doesn't have an enchantment, but it does
Yes.
2 damage to
these
animals.
these are cumulative because what this chart really represents is the base price of an item at that level. This is what this chart's
Yeah.
really for, is when you're calculating
Okay,
percent
I
die to figure out a random weapon.
So from
Like-
1 to 2 is 6, from 2 to 3 is 10,
Yes.
not
But if-
having
Okay,
having to pay that much gold to go from a +8 to a +9, like that's insanity.
Yeah. But yeah, Nell could use some love. Eleanor has been purposefully refusing all the money.
Oh yeah, I wanted to train my HP.
Yes.
I still need a price on this +2 damage to animal
I'm
short spear.
checking that right now. That it does not have a price in the Chaos Shrine module. And yeah, it is a formal enchantment. I would
Is it a
put that
bane?
at
No, do a
not
lot more
quite.
than
It's
Bane.
it's a
No,
very
just
soft
it was-
enchantment. It's only 2 extra damage. I would put that thing at 2,200 gold in worth,
half
roughly
that.
equivalent to a +1 weapon.
Okay, so with selling the flank materia at half price, I can, and the short spear here, I can add a +1 to my vicious +1 great axe to make it a +2 vicious great axe, buy a fire ring, and craft wondrous items. The thing that I want to make that's materia to natural attacks, and also craft a power wristband.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, half, because of crafting shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and that's the. You're talking about the 7,000 gold amulet thing, which is down to 3,500. So yeah, you can.
yeah. I'm left with like 700 gil. Right? Hang on, let me recalculate this.
All right, I don't see your math. I don't know where you're going from or what you're to.
I might not be able to. Hang on. I've got. Take away 10k for that.
Okay.
4k for that.
Oh wait, no, that's out of my price range unless someone makes it. Never mind.
No. Take away 2. So 1, 0. No, I can't make the thing, but I can get everything else. I'll save the thing for another time. but I'll +1 to my great axe and get a firing and power wristband.
Okay, and which things are you crafting? What things are you buying?
I'm crafting the power wristband, buying everything else.
Okay, and what's the value of that one?
It's supposed to be 4,000, but I can craft it for 2,000.
2,000,
Firing is 4,000 as well. And of course the full 10k for that, which leaves me at 1,245.
Okay. Can you go ahead and give me what's the proper craft thing for this for crafting a band? Is that arms
For Wondrous,
for a
Hmm?
wondrous
It's a
for a
Wondrous.
wondrous wrist slot?
you can always use spellcraft for
Okay,
Wondrous
so, yeah,
items,
You can go ahead and give me a pair of spellcraft checks.
which you can take a 10.
I'll do that. 20.
20
'Cause I
bolt,
have a
yeah,
plus 10.
20. No,
Yeah.
in 2 days you easily constructed the thing.
All right, so I'm just gonna add all of that to my fucking. I just want to say, oh no, my damage.
I'm not surprised.
All right, what's other people doing in the interlude?
Well, this is the time. If anyone wants to know Echo on a scale that requires actual communication, now's the time to do it.
Sorry, Chef doesn't care.
That and
Maybe
no,
in
like,
some.
oh, sorry.
I mean, maybe we could chat in some downtime, but you know. After Eleanor's done getting settled back in, she's gonna go chat/spar with her old master.
What was the rules for getting my HP up? Because that's
Re-rolling health.
not re-rolling. You spend so many days and you get another point up to your
Yeah.
possible roll maximum.
Oh,
Let me double check to see if I can find those again.
I'm not sure. I've never actually done that. Let's see.
Hit points. Some of the dice aren't in your favor and you gave a level. Roll especially low. Unlike other retraining character ability, retraining hit points doesn't involve replacing an existing ability with a new one, just increases your maximum hit points. Retraining hit points takes 3 days. You spend a time at a martial academy, monk monastery, or otherwise with some kind of master of combat who is at least one level higher than you, which there is in Lullin. Probably a good person would be the master of arms of the castle, which is Eleanor's mentor.
So I guess Alan and Chef are both going to go bug this guy.
At the end of the training period, you increase your hit points by 1. You can retrain hit points only if your maximum hit point total is less than the maximum possible hit point total for your character.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend 6 days and get 2 HP.
Alright.
Okay. So I
Do
guess...
they charge me anything, or do they recognize me as part of the hero gang?
For the sake of, well, the big question is, Eleanor, do you vouch for Chef?
They gave me the crepes, but yeah, sure.
Then yes, he would do it for you for free.
Excellent.
You owe me.
Shrug. You won't take money. What am I supposed to owe you?
Her and her 86 skills she's had since we left for Asper.
Oh, I don't even understand the value of Gil, so I don't know that I need to keep it.
Yeah, she's going to basically kind of hang out with her master for a week and just let him know how things have been going around and spar with him, see how much stronger she's gotten, and then retraining Smite Evil because I want to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I want to buy is Boots of the Cat. And have them remade for, weird Burmesian feet.
Yeah.
Alright. And boots the Burmesian boots of the cat.
Oh,
Excellent.
Boots of the
I
cat
think-
for the rat.
Yes, boots of the cat for the rat.
How much? They are their cost. Let's
1K.
bring them up. Yeah, they are their cost. You're getting the item made for you. You can get them tailored to your feet.
Yep. That's gonna be wonderful if I need to go sliding off any more walls.
Any other gear anybody need? Anybody asking anybody else for spending funds because y'all don't have a team accountant like the other campaign does?
yeah.
I
I
may
would say
need.
before that there's arrows that can like help stick to walls or whatever. Like basically they're made to, like tether onto something.
You mean barbed arrows?
Yes, that. Thank you. I didn't know what they were called. I just remember someone saying that when I was shooting that wall in
Yeah,
Ashmore.
because my my kobold character in Ash's campaign carries a whole bunch of them. Yeah, they're barbed arrows. You could just in the
special ammunition, barbed arrow. When the barbed arrows touch the length of silk rope fired from a bow, gains the grapple special weapon quality. Yeah, that's cool.
How much would those be?
they're not expensive at all. Really.
On account of a price is not given here. That's not what I'm seeing here. Let me see here to.
I know they're not that expensive.
Let's see if I can find a cost.
more
If not,
expensive
I'll
than standard
make
arrows.
one.
I know there's a cost to it on the equipment.
I'm not getting a good table here or anything.
Let's see.
Weapons, ammunition. I know it's here. Where the hell are the arrows? I see the bolt. See bolts and bullets. Okay,
I
they're
found
down
some
here.
arrows, but I couldn't find the ones that you're talking about.
I'm not finding them anywhere. Have
Wait,
we found what the cost of a regular arrow is?
It was like one gold for like
For 10 or for 50?
for more than 10.
Let's see, barb.
And then no one could find ammunition costs.
Man,
Yeah,
this is
they're
I'd
2
rather
GP,
play.
They're 2 GP for 20. So
Okay.
whatever.
I'd rather play a wizard than an archer.
Yeah.
So whatever gil value that's worth.
What's GP plus what? Like 1 GP is like 1 gil, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
How
1
we-
to 1. It's 1 to 1.
Okay, I'll just
Yeah,
buy.
so it's like 2 gil for 20.
Okay, so I'll buy 10 for 1 gil.
That's sure. Yeah, it's fucking ammunition.
Let's break it in here. Also, the only thing that Nell's gonna be doing for that week is basically does Lullin like have any type of like I don't know if this world actually has it, but anything like a bard's guild or anything like that. Just basically where
There
I
should be.
don't know how else to describe it.
You could find a sort of bard's college here in Lullin. And it's gonna be like a little thing. You're gonna have like 2 professors, but what are you looking to do?
Just checking to see how different it is from my hometown, and while I'm also there for the week, I'm gonna just basically try to see if I can find out more about Lullin's culture, people, so on and so forth. Also, probably be spending that week at least one time during that time frame just to send a letter back home to parents, and that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, you find like a proper bard's college. You you talk to the professors, they're happy to share their knowledge with you. They offered they have you take like if when you start looking for the history of Lullin and that sort of stuff, you get directed to like a certain set of sort of epic songs and poems about Lullin and books about that. And you know, after a couple days of going and talking to people and kind of sitting into classes, you gain a plus 8 circumstantial bonus to history checks for the Four Kingdoms.
For the entire Four Kingdoms?
For the entire Four Kingdoms, all Four Kingdoms. You know much more about what they are together and what they are apart and all the poetry of that and what's happened in the past, all through the magic of song.
Awesome. I'll have to make a note of that.
By the end of the week, someone's going to have to buy me some more green. So
The Chocobo will start stealing us.
Actually, is the Chocobo stable store still open?
Yeah.
I would walk in, and I would basically look / ask for the best quality greens they have.
As I flip back here.
I'm looking for like +1 greens of gnoming.
well, there's like Kraka root and silky
In fact,
greens
actually, I would have
Frankfurt
taken Echo with me. I would have taken Echo with me.
Kid in a candy store.
The two of you once again go to the market and you find Frankfurt, the greens farmer from fucking session 2. He's still selling greens.
Hopefully he doesn't recognize Echo.
That guy, yeah.
And the guy probably sees a lot of birds. He might not recognize specifically Echo.
Hopefully
Especially because, as far as we know, Echo doesn't have any noteworthy features that
It's a yellow chocobo. It's not like he doesn't like
Other
face
than
scar
Than
or
her
something.
intelligent.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for like the nicest, nice gnomes for Echo because I did promise that I'd give her some tasty, good quality green. So,
and before he pulls out 200 grand worth of freaking
Like just grabs
Okay, I
the
can't
pallet
afford
of
that.
cracker root.
No,
can't afford that. But
No, I'm talking about the onion. You know the onion.
Provnavian onion.
Those freaking things.
Yes.
Jesus.
He sort of goes back and he brings out a sort of strange special stock of Geishel greens. Let me double check some stuff here real quick.
Silkus greens, Mimet greens, carob nut.
He offers them for about 4 times the normal price, but they are his nicest, fanciest greens. And you notice they're also vaguely they're shinier than the other greens.
What is this 4 times price?
I'm trying to remember what they cost the first time.
I think he only charged you 1
It was
gil.
it was
for
1
fucking-
gil for a bushel of them, so it was like 4 gil.
I
for
mean,
a bushel of fancy greens.
Offering to break legs in return for services rendered seems to work out for me.
How many does he have?
He kind of glances in the back. I've probably in the ballpark 10 bushels.
Hold on. I'm going to make a survival check to kind of gauge.
Yeah. Are they any good? Is this good?
Are they shiny? Are they shiny because they're like high quality and they've got that magic sheen, or are they shiny because he's painted them gold?
Wow.
Oh, they're plastic.
Come on. Are they any good, Echo? You know better than I do.
They look delicious. They're greens.
You
They
said you
look
got,
better than usual greens, but they look
You
delicious.
said you said you got 10 bushels of this stuff?
Yeah, 10 holes.
I'll take them all.
How will you carry? Okay, and he kind of
The
goes up
bud.
on the cart and he gets out these 10 bushels of greens, and they're what do we put a bushel at it weight wise?
10 pounds.
I-
lot.
10 pounds
I
a bushel, I,
have it.
think. Which is a
It's-
lot of volume
yeah,
of
well,
greens.
Yeah, I don't think it could, yeah, it's like
On a
They
cart,
were like-
you could drag it easily.
the bushels were like 30 pounds each.
They
So,
might have been more like 30 pounds each.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
possible.
so that's
Yeah.
too much for me to actually carry. But
Was it also
Nonsense,
too
you
much
want
for
the
my
greens, don't you?
bird?
He comes out
I
and
got my bird too.
he comes out and he in a couple of loads hauls out 300 pounds of Kaishul greens.
I'll distribute.
Oh, yeah.
I'll distribute 150 across my bird.
What
That's-
should I
that's
be
still-
spending here
I'm
for
still looking-
upkeep?
I'm
On
looking at Koke like, eh.
As Echo, you are loaded with 150 pounds of greens.
We can separate it out across the other chocobos. You're not the only chocobos around. Don't forget. We can make this less for everyone. But I said, get you good greens. So good greens.
what am I charged for upkeep on this bird?
For boarding costs while each of your birds are
Like
here.
boarding, food, etc.
For the course of the week, like 3 gil.
Yeah.
If each of you wants to take out 3 gil for upkeep on your burbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
your birds are happily and healthily stowed away in
Is it? I'm going to nom one.
Sort of a
Does
kennel.
it taste good?
exceptional. Go ahead and make a. Go ahead and make a. Are you trained to use magic device?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I am.
Go ahead and just make a roll with your casting mod for me.
You certainly know how to cast fire.
Oh, that's my
I'm
shtick.
not sure what it is.
Spicy greens.
God, they look delicious.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
eat some greens?
I mean, nothing's stopping you from eating any.
I mean, I could just.
Do you-
Does Echo seem happy about eating this
He
stuff?
seems happy about eating this stuff. He always seems happy about eating this stuff. Do you have?
It is tasty.
Okay, how good is this? Oh.
And okay, you go ahead and take a bite out of it. You go ahead and make a use magic device check.
Food.
You're not really
Wow.
one for the greens, but like I don't know, they're crisper, maybe. Like it's kind of like lighter, you know. It's like it's like romaine versus spinach. Like
Can I like alchemy this? Like, has there been magical effects on this
go ahead and
to
make
be
a
made shiny?
go ahead and make a
I'm-
spellcraft check, I guess. Or if you
If I'm
have
spellcraft
alchemy,
or-
if you have craft alchemy, you can do that.
Can I pick the higher one?
Sure.
Which is spellcraft?
Sure. Mm. As you contemplate this, there might be something more to these greens, but you're not sure what.
Oh wow! For 24 isn't getting it. Impressive.
That's some serious prestidigitation.
Maybe good greens.
Uh,
The only thing I could think of for Tyro is to find something that either raises his ranged attack bonus. However, I haven't seen any Windows item that would actually do that. So
How
could
much
get
gil
a-
you got?
I've got just shy of 3,000.
Is that enough for
Yeah, you're screwed.
marvelous dexterity?
No,
Um,
Yeah.
4K is the price for all of the +2 stat boosts.
If you ask
Oh,
me
well.
nicely, I'll craft it for you for half price. I've got craft wondrous.
I mean, that would be that would take 2 days of your time.
That would
Yeah.
take Chef actually opening his mouth.
Switch today was a +2.
I mean, I could actually ask for a headband of super charisma, and then I'd have 20 charisma.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what's this headband you talk about?
There's
I mean,
there's a
I
set of
crafted
items.
my thing in 2 days.
There's a set of
If
belts.
we're here for a week,
Yeah, we're here for a week.
Yeah.
if we're here for a week, I can craft 2 more things, basically.
There's a set of like belts and stuff that handle +2, +1, +6 to each of the
they're-
6 stats.
It's actually a belt for the physical and a
then it's
headband for the
headband
mental.
stats.
But yeah,
And yeah, they're increasingly more costly whether you go for +2, +4, +6, and that's not a plus to the mod. That's just a plus to the stat. So in function, it's one
It's a
more.
+1.
It's a +1 more at doing whatever the thing is.
Yeah. Because that would put me at a +4 then total. Although if I attack with the
mod.
Mastercraft Staff of Lightning, it's actually no, it's and then with my Mastercraft it would be a +5.
I mean, I won't say no to a +2 more another bit of charisma, and
To make
Koke's probably the
things-
one that Chef is going to talk to.
yeah, to make things simpler when she's making her respect, be like, if anyone else needs shit like this made,
At
I
some
can
point,
do it.
at some point, the party one by one sees the fancy armband things and stuff. It's like, oh shit, there's stat boost and stuff I could be getting.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if anyone has commissions, I need 2,000
a-
gil and
2
the
days.
stat name.
As Chef's human, I'm willing to let other people that have Koke's time before Chef gets another massive power boost, since they
I
did
mean,
kind
after-
of steal everything.
I mean, after Koke's just the power boost, like, I'm fine with helping other people out because, good God, if she hits with her axe, something's going to melt.
Do I want more charisma or do I want something else? Let's see.
Do you have 2K?
I have 2,300 gil.
Okay. Charisma or Dex, because Dex would also give you an extra AC. In my opinion.
Also bolstering your archery and
Yeah, but you guys see
Yeah.
how well I shoot with my freaking bow.
Also, I'm gonna say, I haven't been accepting any money, and I'm okay. So help Nell.
I feel sort of guilty.
Don't.
I think if anything, you're probably gonna get.
Yeah, we have gotten promise of some relics in a vault that we haven't
So I'm just looking at it right now.
Haven't,
You guys want to go and ask
claimed
about
yet.
that?
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously, the way I'm
Yeah.
building Ellen right now, with weapon focus, weapon specialization, sword oath, which she now has, she could just about swing her bastard sword for a 1d10 plus 10 if she hits something.
Jeez.
I mean,
It's
I
not
can have like
Koke's axe,
8d6.
but it's still something.
I don't wanna dick.
I know
measuring
you've
contest
got
here.
magic shit across the board. It's fine.
Koke can now
let's see.
Ori something. Let's just put it that way.
I do jack shit damage with my bow, but you guys have seen my goddamn songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't
you
foes-
sing
doesn't
you sing
foes
people
deal-
their requiem, literally.
Yeah.
Doesn't foes deal damage based on your charisma?
Yes, it does.
So I would definitely take the headband of charisma.
Does that count as an accessory or?
It
It's a
is
bonus
a
item.
Head
it's
slot.
a head slot. You've got 4 slots. You have your actual armor, your weapon, and then you've got head, neck, hands, feet, shoulders,
Okay. I'm not seeing-
rings.
I'm not seeing this anywhere on the sheet. I see armor, shield, weapon. and-
Usually it's just an inventory item, and you say it's equipped.
Sometimes there's a section on the character sheet that is specifically for magic items where it says your head, arms, wrist, and
The type of slots that you have on your person, I have linked a image that is from the Pathfinder PSFRD, the D20 PSF.
but yeah,
So-
if it's not on your character sheet, you can also just put it in your bag as this is on my
Yeah,
X.
I just usually keep I put a little E in parentheses next to what I have on.
Yeah.
That works.
It looks like there's 2 accessory slots listed, at least within the character sheet that we use. So you could probably put this item note. It's put onto, say, head, hands, or whatever.
Yeah.
If it the Final Fantasy
Just-
D20 sheet.
Just
Yeah.
Just
Oh, they might
literally
have-
any way that you will know that you have it equipped on your sheet, just notate it that way.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna hand Koke 2,000 gil and just say, if you can get me a headband of charisma, that would be fantastic.
Give me 2 days.
Done.
And with the power of the taking a 10, you succeed in 2 days.
Now, for Koge's last 2 days, is anyone else jumping in?
I mean, Nell, you could also see about getting your bow masterworked.
Not with that
I
amount
would
of
see
gil.
about
I
the
have-
Oh.
artifacts.
I have a masterwork short bow already.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
also have
and-
artifacts,
We also have artifacts too.
Okay.
which we may be able to just go hawk for more gil.
You
Yeah.
guys are
So,
fucking assholes.
so just to clarify, am I still rolling randomly for Dimension Door? Or can I actually do
Yes.
this?
No,
with-
you're still rolling randomly.
Well,
you think you're getting a handle on
I'm
it,
not
though.
I'm not an asshole if his family heirloom is another goddamn pirate's eye patch.
We
Okay.
Let's
bring out
go.
the ancient pipes of haunting. These gentle pipes.
Okay, so I'm still rolling randomly. Okay,
I-
so alrighty. Yeah, because I've
Really?
already bought the levitate spell from the scroll shop, so that's fine.
Let's see what the artifacts are, and then because it might be an idea trade up sort of thing that like if something's better suited for Tiro, then I'll craft for Chef, but if something's better for
Yeah.
Chef, I'll craft for Tiro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can always buy the supplies and make it on the road.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
no one's actually gonna ask me anything, then I'm actually gonna go. I'm just gonna be talking my life story to Kyle if she's listening.
Okay.
Sort of a short story. I don't think it'd take a week. Then again,
Probably
Echo
not.
probably has a very runaround way of saying things. Like I imagine listening to Echo telling a story would be very close to Bubba in Forrest Gump if someone mentions shrimp.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hopefully, we're not boring you folks at home.
We'll
We're
just
all-
label this episode shopping optional.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every recorded session has people shopping anyway, so it's not like this is outside the norm.
I know.
It's important because we basically just finished an arc.
1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, 8, 9.
Yeah, and I still have that reason to go to Boone Fight.
Oh, you do still have a reason?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I still cast Dimension Door randomly. I just have
Oh.
a better shot of actually succeeding, so...
Yeah, it's gonna be
I mean,
like
granted, I still had a reason to go there anyway to talk to Cookie's ex, even if I did somehow master it beforehand, but no, I still do it randomly.
Phew.
It's just a proof of concept that yes, I can actually roll well enough to actually get it to work.
go around some scissors in case your hair grows again.
Jesus.
The
Well,
whole-
at least
the
I didn't
whole-
change races. Jesus Christ.
The whole reason I
Suddenly
kind
Tira's a
of
banga.
Oh no!
What am I doing lucky now?
Instantly gets struck by lightning. Shit.
I
No,
think being struck by lightning would be the mercy instead of having to gargle salt for every session from then on.
the whole reason that I really kind of want, to say that Kaya knows at least an idea, where Echo came from, so that somebody so that the information is out there for people to access and be like,
That's if
You
she's
know.
coming with us.
Keep in mind also that Nell does have those tags that were found on like your neck or whatever. Just no one knows what the hell they are.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I mean, no one knows what they are, but if you have the context of oh, I'm an escapee bird from a facility that was doing weird stuff, maybe that would kind of be a bigger clue rather than just, oh, it's a tag. That could have been just from some farm somewhere.
I mean, Koge's kind of busy. I mean, her days are taken up with crafting, and her nights are taken up with whatever she ends up doing in the night.
And with me getting like a +8 bonus, like the Four Kingdoms in general, I'm assuming Nell is really hitting the freaking books that week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's keeping busy.
Trying not to blow myself up, but wow,
Kaya may or may not come with us, but it's like she knows something, and hell, for all we know, she might actually take it upon herself to, see what this is about. If she's curious, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, T-Ro's doing the mage thing of hide in room, practice magic.
Which, by the way, I think you did, what, 3 of those, or?
I did 3 of those, yes.
Do you want to do any more? If you're doing 1 a day, you could do 1 4 more times here.
I technically could, although I don't know if that actually will allow me to get mastery of this.
I mean, meh.
The 100 probably did a good job of giving you mastery.
I mean, screw it. I could give it a shot, see what happens.
All right.
I still have 4 more.
Just be careful.
Be careful, yeah. If you're not
Good
sure
job,
about yourself.
Icarus.
Oh, come on. That didn't actually work. What the hell?
Oops. Yeah.
2D100.
Nice on that one.
Oh, okay. That's... Okay, so that's 2 more successes. For some reason, it was scrolled up. It wasn't automatically scrolling down. So I'm like, where are they? Anyway. Okay.
Well, we're looking
I'm gonna
for
be
over
right back
90,
real quick.
right?
I need some more.
Oh yeah, sure, there's
Nice.
one. There's one.
All 3 of these have succeeded.
Well, I thought I said
wait.
it was over 90, not over 80.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Oh, so
Yeah,
you're not
it's
adding
not
the
summed.
total.
It's not summed. No. It's kind of think of it like 5th edition advantage, where it's
Okay,
like
gotcha.
where
Picking the
it's
highest.
you get to pick a higher one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
And on
Yeah,
the last
so,
day, he fudged it.
Okay. And now we get to see what
Okay.
happens.
So 84, 81, 96, 9. No, 23 technically, but
84.
oh boy. Wild magic. everywhere.
Okay. For the sake of these, I'm assuming you're casting all of these on yourself, right?
Yes.
Oh god.
Tyro, on the first day, when you go to cast this,
Well, technically 4th day, but yes.
on the 4th day when you go to cast this,
On the 4th day of casting, wild magic gave to me.
you cast a spell and
dear.
nothing really seemed to happen, but God, you're amazing. Like, you're really amazing.
The fuck did I do?
You got your Nell Sterile.
Does charisma go way up? or-
You've just charmed yourself. Congratulations.
Target falls madly in love with Caster until things that could be done to get rid of it.
Damn it.
The cat's narcissistic. What are the odds?
At least it wears off.
Okay.
I heard lots of laughing. What did I miss?
he charmed himself.
You got a lot of
The-
fun time for the next 24 hours, basically.
The second day,
That could have been worse.
oh god. Okay, the second day, your feet become much larger for. I don't
God.
know, I gotta roll this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
For
For
3
6
months.
seconds. For 6 seconds, your feet become much larger.
Oh no, I'm probably gonna need these shoes now. God damn it.
Fuck. What the hell?
The third day,
Wait.
with a 96, you successfully teleport exactly what you're trying to teleport. It happened again. This is working.
Ben, if only randomly.
And on the last day,
Good lord. This is hammy shit.
on the last day, you go to cast it, and when you open your eyes, you're facing the other direction. That's all.
Okay.
Mirror image.
Well, I dodged a real magic
Yes.
bullet there.
As caster pivots 180 degrees is actually an effect.
What
At
the
least
hell?
it wasn't. At least it wasn't something specific like caster's torso rotates one way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at least I didn't create a 50-foot hole beneath me, which is a
Or
possibility.
encircle yourself in a wall of fire, or yeah, we're talking a
number.
squeaky
Well, I
voice
have
for
one spell
1d6
to get rid of the
days.
fire, so yeah.
Oh, the squeaky voice would suck.
Yes, it would.
Oh, I'd laugh my ass off.
That's what I.
I would demand that you get a voice changer for the next couple sessions.
Oh.
You roll the dice, you pay the price, motherfucker.
Well, there's your wild magic. You have now succeeded without caveat twice in your efforts.
Has
You feel like that those two successes are getting you much closer to understanding what you're actually doing, like refining what worked in either of those two times.
excellent.
I'm guessing he's got to get it right like 3 to 5 times.
There's a counter that's slowly stepping up. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Dimension Door is a pretty powerful spell, so.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
insanely good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You a huge distance, and you can cast it just by talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't even need to do anything with your hands. So if
It's-
something's grabbing,
It's the
grabbing you,
great
just
like yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
You're
The
stuck
only thing
somewhere,
is
you're
that
pinned
just
scary
somewhere,
that-
or you're
Fuck
caught.
off,
Scary
I
is
can
that, what's scary is that Kaya's explanation, it makes far more sense than Cookie's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Cookie was the one that was actually
I
teaching you
how
like
that work
a
if I had to
teacher.
actually just kind of like visualize where it is I want to go, and two, if it's someplace I have actually had been before. Type of
Like
thing.
you get the impression from
Yeah.
the way that Kaya explained it that what she was doing is just intrinsic to her and what she is, and that she's
Yeah.
never had to, like she was never taught it, so she didn't really understand how to explain it. She just understood what it was like when it happened, which
Yeah.
surprisingly was very helpful for you apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Although-
in a dryad.
You know, the hilarious thing is if I had actually cast Wild Magic last session and then cast that Thunderstorm, I was like, well, shit. If this is like the equivalent of becoming the X-Men, I'm trying to become Nightcrawler and I turn into fucking Storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite the swap.
Yes, it
Anyway,
is.
Relics, treasures,
Yes. Okay. And so
magic items.
in your contemplations, everyone's running around and doing their stuff. One day, you all remember Germon mentioning something about having access to the castle's vault and possibly even a stipend for your travel if you were planning on bringing Hitomi out to you're planning to bring Hitomi to Abaddon City.
But you are. But you are.
Which, if you are, then yeah, you come in and you explain that to him, and
Just gonna help us with the price of the fuel. Jesus.
splendid.
Yeah, well, we're going to be dropping by Moonbright first.
Price
Yeah.
of fuel.
We need fuel for our airship. It's out.
Ooh.
What do
It
you
might go
mean?
maybe another 100
You
miles,
mean-
but that's about it.
You mean
You-
you mean powering the crystal isn't fuel?
No.
No, there's actually a thing.
What kind of fuel does it take?
I should know this.
You should know this,
What?
and it
What?
is exactly what you expect. It is that weird stuff you saw going into that machine all the way back in the Crescent.
The blue
It is.
What's it called?
Gatorade.
It's blue Gatorade.
It's now. It's
Powerade.
It's
Powerade.
I had a
Aetherade.
name for it. I
Aetherade.
think I called it it was Aether something, but I can't remember what it was. It's in here somewhere.
It's whenever you calling it blue Powerade constantly.
I think, yeah, blue Gatorade, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I described it.
It's Vsauce.
Special stuff.
It's you need Aether fuel.
It's Aether fuel.
Ah. Well, there's a few places that manufacture that. You could probably find some in Xenop. You could find some in Aethelnay. You might be able to find some in Ardglass or in Moonbright.
If you could list those towns in the D&D chat, that'd be appreciated.
As soon as I hear Zenobum just looking confused, like, wait, what?
I do believe that some of our has the business in Moonbright, so it's best if we go there. It's not that far away. And we can come back and take the ship and just fly straight over.
Well, that sounds like it could work.
It's like 360 miles, so Chocobo's what? 48 a day. Yeah.
Also depends. I mean, how much would it, how far can the airship go in a tank of with the
Well,
amount
what's
of
what
fuel we
little
have?
is left?
Yeah,
Probably like a third of
you,
the way.
you,
if we're
you're,
lucky.
you're not
We
sure.
really
You're not
should have
sure
Cookie
what
here.
you had left here. From the way it was described, you might have in the ballpark of 100 miles to like 200 miles left.
Okay, so
In
yeah, we're
this
walking.
range. Can you even?
Yeah.
Yes, you're on this page.
It was basically it was gonna get us back to
Yeah.
fumes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
we're walking.
you wouldn't even make it far enough to splash down next to Moon, right?
Yeah. But yeah, with just the reassurance that we can go there, get fuel, come back, and then just take the airship across the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be way faster than traveling all the way around.
We have a mechanic.
Oh wait, I didn't hit enter. Boop. Those places.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be best for us to.
This is a nope. Nope.
That's a nope. This is a nope right out of there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fast for us to go to Moonbright and come back.
Mhm.
Then go down to the Ethelney.
Yeah, and Tiro wanted to go there, and
Yeah, we've got multiple reasons to head to Moonbright. It seems to be that's the hot spot for things to happen.
also if Drummond
In
wants to
this-
do anything relating to the bubble ship we have.
Or you know, if any of you guys want to discuss about having somebody just at least get the outer hull fixed, maybe
Yeah.
get some
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah, I need to fix
Which
that
is
ship too.
largely just
Yeah.
wood, but also you're gonna need some pretty huge panes of glass made for the gaps in the
It
the
doesn't.
little
It doesn't.
bubbles.
We don't
That'll
necessarily
be
need
less-
the glass just yet. Just something to cover the
patch it
giant
up with
hole.
cardboard and duct tape so you don't get the
Yeah.
breeze. like
I
that one
mean-
dude's car that just couldn't afford the window broke, but he's not replacing it, so it's just
Yeah.
a tarp now.
Oh my god, yes. Oh
Everyone
my god.
sees
we-
that.
Are we
God.
actually just going? Are we just going to have the Weiler Tiguan just like amped up in size?
Hey,
Honest-
the Tiguan has never had that degree of patch job yet. It's been running very well. It was,
over
it was the
over
van.
the years, it cumulatively has.
Just
I
buy
think.
a wand of mending. It's a cantrip, and just slowly bap it to health.
Just
Jesus
rent
Christ,
a wizard by the
guys.
day just to cantrip mending, cantrip mending, cantrip mending.
You could just do it all day. So like spend 8 hours mending.
It's a 10-minute cast time.
So spend more
I
time.
can't do it. I don't know it. But the thing is by the time we go and go to Moonbright, pick up fuel, and come back,
Just hire a dude to stand in the airship with a wand all day.
Well,
I mean,
it doesn't.
how
It
much?
doesn't.
How much
it
does it
doesn't-
cost for a cantrip wand with
I'm-
full charges?
I gotta check
Like-
that.
250.
So it's very
I
cheap.
don't think it matters how it gets done. I think just a matter of. I'm sure we are discussing that it gets done, so that
375. Full
we're
charges.
no longer flying.
Full
like-
charges cantrip on 375.
Just get like 3 of those and give them to Cookie.
No, get enough so that everybody, all of the crew, and just like, okay, take this, take this, take this, take this,
Just
Yes.
hand them out like
fix the
cookies.
ship.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess we could.
Anyway, we have relics. I want to know what the relics are.
Mhm, yeah. As he sits there, as everyone contemplates, oh, no, we gotta fix the
Are you-
airship too. No, maybe go there, maybe go there. And he's just like,
Koke just pushes everyone out of the road. Relics.
Wait a second. I
Are you
remember
dra-
Jamon mentioning more magic things.
Are you
Well-
dragging
I've
me
been
with
so
you?
distracted.
You'd probably be.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess.
presumably the whole party would have been brought for this.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because it's like, oh yeah, we gotta get the loot.
Even the bird.
We could provide you with either the funding for you to purchase the fuel you need, or we could just order it here and it could be here in a couple days. I mean, I don't know if you guys wanted to head over there anyway, but just fair warning.
Personally, I'm fine with just ordering it, but I think that my companions here have other things to do in
It's a
Moonbright.
beautiful
I don't
city.
know.
I understand that. I'm just, we literally trade with them.
Yeah,
we have
it's-
plenty of time limit or not. So
Well, we had 90 days. Subtract 7 from that, so we got 83
83.
days minus the travel time there and back. Yeah.
83 days.
the chocobos.
Yeah.
So the thing is to the players. Do we want to go to Moonbright and experience all the joys and trauma that Moonbright's going to give, because we're probably going to have PTSD chocobos?
We're still gonna have to wait anyway, so we may as well.
Or are we gonna just order,
We could
Amazon
go on
Prime?
Space Amazon.
Yeah,
and-
I am
I guess-
determined to learn Dimension Door, so I'm
They
going
come,
to.
they come like the little canister comes on like the little Magitech drone that it flies and it drops it down at the doorstep, and as it's going, someone slingshots it down and holds it for ransom.
What?
We'll go.
I guess.
We'll go
I
to
guess if we.
Moonbright then.
Yeah, I guess if we ordered it
let's
right
go.
at the start of the week, it would be here by now. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
let's just go.
All right,
It's a
I'll
plot hook.
Everyone, all the
I
heirs are
know.
going to stay here.
I will
actually,
we'll mail ahead and have it ready for you to pick up when you get there. Then that will be
That'd be
my
excellent.
monetary contribution for. It costs a fucking fortune. The relics, though.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. How expensive is the fuel?
The relics. We have 6 items here with us. We would be comfortable parting with maybe 4 of them. If
maybe.
those are previous heirlooms from previous great adventurers and rulers of Lullin over the years. And he kind of does a hand gesture, and a series of 6 chests, Golden Sun Final Fantasy style, gets set
Just
out,
poof.
just get placed down in front of the party in a big ol' row.
I cast a praise loot.
You cast a praise loot as Koke dives into the chest and looks through them.
Okay, what do we
into
got
the
here?
pile, and it dives right into the chest, as per
I mean-
usual.
I mean, I'm pretty consistent in this regard.
You find a few things as per a D12 roll on the table here. You find the bow of the clever. You find the scepter of the pious, katana of the warrior, the sword of the father, the mace of the fierce, and the trident of the oracle.
Absolutely nothing a chocobo
Holy
can do.
shit! I
Wait.
recognize those names.
Wait, what?
So wait a minute. Those are the royal arms.
Yeah, because
Those
I was
are
like,
the
why did I
royal
get something?
arms.
Why did I get something from Final Fantasy 15 here?
Because they added that
Wait a
shit
minute.
as a prestige.
So what was it? What was it? We have the bow of the clever,
Bow,
the
the scepter,
katana
the
of the
katana,
warrior,
The sword,
scepter
sword
of
of
the
the father,
pious.
mace of the fierce, and trident of the oracle. And he's willing to let you guys have 3 or 4 of them, depending on how much you need them. Toe tap, toe tap, toe tap.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me link this.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
looking at
please
them.
do.
Most of them act
No.
like their regular damage
Oh.
counterparts, but almost
The
all of them
sword the
provide
father.
a
The
global
sword of the
boost.
father.
A
Oh
global
my God.
boost to various
Please.
attributes.
Please.
And they all have special things they can do as well.
Which ones again do we have here? Could you list them again for
Yeah,
us?
I'll,
I can't use any of these.
The bow.
which by the way,
While
for
Chef chokes on
as the
football
flavor of
charisma-
this, I am changing the bow of the clever to be a bow, not a crossbow.
Okay.
So, otherwise it isn't rendered useless.
Ash, that's not just a +4 to charisma. That also lets me use my charisma mod to attack rolls.
I know why you choke on your
Yes.
your
yeah.
everything.
Holy shit! The
Yes, to-
scepter of the pious grants
To hit
plus
with
15
one hand, to damage with 2 hands.
bonus
That's a
15 to
beautiful
MP And shatter resistance of 15. Jesus Christ.
Which he
It
looks
is
at
still
you guys as
technically
you
a power
guys
rod.
just kid in the
However-
candy store through all of them.
So the interesting thing about that though is that it is bound as light-based magic. So
Which-
basically it'd be kind of like a holy orb plus my charisma. So that's damage
Can
magic.
we have the list again of what
Okay.
there is?
You have the bow of the
Here,
clever,
I'll type it. I'll type it out.
bow
Yeah.
of the clever,
Bow of the clever.
scepter of the pious,
Yep.
katana of the warrior, sword of the father, mace of the fierce, and trident of the oracle.
Of course, the great axe isn't available, but like my great axe is like beefed right now.
It's beast, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the three that we're taking is the bow, the scepter, and the sword.
Is that the 3 that you want?
Well, if the
Choose
bow is going to be a
wisely here.
normal bow for now, then yes. Then the scepter goes to Tira, and the fucking sword of destiny goes to.
That is. Although,
You seem to know
although
he's a trident.
the description, the king was father to the chosen one and nurtured the light that would shine upon all creation.
This was his mighty sword, makes the wielder powerful. All right, Arthas, as you bring Lightbringer into your world of darkness.
Yeah,
like,
no, it is exactly.
Yes, these are phenomenal in-game style weapons here.
Yeah.
These are on loan, I'm assuming.
If you can bring
When
her to Abaddon
you-
City and bring her back safely, you can have them.
I am so tempted to just grab this sword, hold it over my head, and just run out the room screaming "Woo!"
Oh my god.
So that's 1d6
Question. When Koke like says what the abilities do, whatnot, I'm assuming can I do like any type of like knowledge check on these to actually figure out the story on these, or since he's, like,
Absolutely, and you
Yeah.
can add your juicy mod to
Ranged.
them.
Ranged weapons never run. So do
Yes, no, that's
these
a
come with the warp strike and the attunement and just spawning them in my hand?
Well, a lot of them have it on them. For instance, the bow of the clever, ba- 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 ba, cannot use any special ammunition, but never runs out of ammo, and it doesn't need to be reloaded because it spawns holy arrows in this case to fire when it is pulled back. So as you draw
Yeah.
the bow back, there's just a divine arrow there in the space.
So you wouldn't be able to use the
And it's
barbed
holy
arrow,
damage.
But
Yeah.
so you'd want
You
to
could
keep your old.
keep an old bow with you just for like, all right, we got to climb something now. Let me barbed arrow my way up. But you just have infinite holy arrow laser cannon bow that you can get.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention
Furthermore-
plus 4 to your int, and you add your int to your attack and damage. rolls.
Furthermore, all royal arms have a +5 enhancement bonus.
I didn't see that part of it, but yeah, that's ridiculous.
that's
So
my
like
role.
5 enhancement is that to
if you
attack or
want-
to damage?
Dude,
You can.
if you want to nerf these, if you want
Yeah.
to say that these
Yeah,
are
get rid of that
that unenchanted versions
We
and
will
we
say
can enchant them.
For the sake of
They're
this,
old.
some of they're very old and some of their power may be dormant in them, and you might do what you can to awaken them through use.
That's fair.
Yeah, so now you're getting that.
Also, that's what I rolled. I rolled pretty fucking low
Yeah,
with that bonus.
With the 17, which one are you trying to know the story of?
Well, first of all, the bow, because yeah.
All right. The bow of the clever. You know that this
Upper.
was, this was an old king of Lullin. Let me take a peek here real quick. He was sort of a scholarly leader that brought Lullin into a sort of a modern age of strategy with its armed forces. He's the father of using a lot of how we handle the military application of Chocobo, like the way that they're used in charges and stuff with archer and crossbow support. and the approach of that on an open field with like in opposition to another kingdom, which it's saved Lullin on many occasions, and a lot of what he's done is what is done now, even though some of it's been forgotten. He's had many adventures over his life. This bow in particular was created around 300 to 600 years ago, though different sources have it at different lengths. It's been said that it was a gift to him from a god as a reward for vanquishing a great evil from the world, but it's more likely it was probably a member of the faith that gave it to them for the sake of one of the sort of elemental avatars. But it's one of those. It's a better story if it's a god gave it to him. So, yeah.
Right. And I'm not gonna ask you to give like all the spiel on all the others because that would take fucking forever.
20 minutes later, and then the Scepter of the Pious by Geralt the Wise.
Question for the powers for that Scepter of the Pious. The problem is there's no actual range listed. However, under the
It's just a power staff, so
30 feet is what I would
Probably
imagine
the
it would
standard
be.
power staff, if that's a standard thing.
Yeah, usually
makes
it's listed at
sense.
30 feet. So
Like the rest of these are operating under the normal logic for that sort of stuff. With its,
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, and I'm
the
assuming
great
that
axe is
the
a
type.
D12 for damage. Like they're all kind of following those.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the type being light is basically holy magic. I'm guessing is how we're going with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure
Okay.
how flexible standard power staffs are.
Generally, if I buy one, I get to choose which element to attune to it. So,
Yeah,
but if
this one's
if
sort
you
of
wanna,
bound
if you
to
want
that.
to if you want to fix it to automatically light, then yeah.
Yeah, for the
Holy
sake of it
Christ.
providing shadow
As-
resistance and stuff and all that.
As
Yeah.
much as I am over here trying to contain myself over the sword, it should go to Ellen.
it's a night sword, and that's like her thing.
If it was the sword of the tall, I would tell you to go die in a ditch. But
I mean, she'd take it, but at the same time, I mean, she's willing to make her own legend. So
yeah, well, that +4 charisma is really gonna help you make your own legend. Now, fucking take it. Don't make
I
me
grate my
change
teeth here.
I know.
Don't give me an opportunity to change my goddamn mind.
If we're taking
You're the one wetting yourself.
and you haven't gotten anything. You've said no to all of the money and everything.
All the
So
loot
you
so
should
far.
take the night sword.
All right.
So if we're taking what is the maximum we're allowed here? Is it the 3 or 4?
I would be comfortable parting with 3, but if you really need a 4th one, then demand it of me and I will give it.
Oh, the 3 that you would be that is within the comfort would be the bow, the scepter, and the sword,
Back.
and the demand would be the mace.
I just sort of look at Kokei and just sort of wonder, these weapons
Check
are near
something here.
priceless. You're asking a lot here.
Do you have particular need of this mace?
I can wield it. Yes.
And like looks around the rest of the party.
What kind of a weapon is a trident? Martial?
It's a
I
martial.
don't actually. Yeah, no, I think tridents are martial.
And it would count as a spear.
Yeah,
Didn't
+4
Kokei just
bonus
make
to
herself, like,
charisma,
ultra
and all
broken
attacks you
already?
make with it cause mirror images to appear around you.
No, this is cool. You can only get up to 2 of those, but it means that like
Now, what
You
are the
can-
mirror images? Are they just like
I think they're
they
just,
might get
I
hit
think they're
instead
just
of you,
decoys,
sort
yeah.
of thing?
I
I
think
can
it
check
works
the
the
spell
I
mirror
think
image because
it
it's
works the
based
same
on the
as
spell
the-
mirror image.
It works the same as the spell.
That would be
Yeah, illusory doubles. Let
pretty-
him have it. You're square.
pretty strong, but I, as a human, feel really bad for the rest of the party because I've taken all of the loot thus far.
I can spend the next 2 days crafting you a charisma thing. So
Yeah, that sword is fucking ridiculous.
So what are we
Let's
requesting
see.
here? The bow, the sword.
the bow, the scepter, and the sword in the comfortable range, and Koke is trying to go with the mace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and scepter is for Tiro then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that extra mana would help you a lot.
Well, the thing is, once I hit level 5, the
Yeah.
thing is, when I added the extra point of charisma at level 4,
Mhm.
under the bonus MP, it gave me an additional 300 add. So at full, I'm at 18 MP.
And that essentially doubles it.
Yeah, that puts me at 33 MP.
I am.
Yeah.
Which means
the
at level 6, I'm
trident-
taking a very nice meta magic.
Yeah.
The trident is tempting, but
It is pretty
The
cool because you
giving-
get the chance
giving
to things hitting
the-
them is phenomenal.
the thing is, the scepter, the bow, and the sword will go to the 3 people that have gotten nothing
Yeah.
this whole.
The 3 that
the-
so far
the whole
don't
game.
have proper magic weapons yet. Whereas both Koke and Chef both have some level of enhancement bonus.
Yeah, I got
weapon.
I got Garland's sword and armor, and
Yeah.
like that was such a huge boost, and I just got like 8k gil worth of stuff.
Let's be real here. Also,
Echo still doesn't have one yet as well.
well,
Any sort of.
I wasn't gonna go.
I
Into
mean, I
that
guess-
just yet, but I mean,
Could we?
I was gonna point out that Chef uses primarily two-handed weapons.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
realized
Although
that, but
you can use the
as a Dark Knight, I get proficiency automatically with Night Swords,
Well, yeah, but I
wouldn't-
mean,
and I don't have like weapon focus or anything, so it would be an easy swap for me.
yeah, I'm not saying that you couldn't use. I'm just saying, do you think it would fit thematically with who Chef is?
Well,
There's-
they like great swords because they're big and they hurt. And if it's between slab of metal or I can teleport and summon this thing as at will and I get a new limit break and it puts my charisma at plus fuck you, then yeah,
Fair
switching main hands.
What does it mean when a type is light?
holy.
Hmm? Yeah.
I didn't show elementals for the others, so that's what I'm confused about.
Not all of them have elemental. It's just
Okay.
the
Yeah,
bow
it's
shoots.
weird
bow
because
shoots
with
holy arrows and the scepter shoots holy balls. I guess.
yeah, basically, because with power stabs and rods, basically you can buy one specifically for a specific element type. Like my staff of lightning, I had to choose specifically lightning for that. So
Yeah.
combo's great for water too, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Human- Glad to give it out. Glad to give it out as a buff to our less fortunate party members.
Could we?
Chef wants to take all of them and run to the 4 wins, but
Could we theoretically strap the scepter to the Chocobo's pack?
Chocobo could use the
no.
scepter. I would say that you could
I mean,
wrap
you
a wing
could,
around it or put a strap on it.
and have the doggy dart effect.
No, not to mention that extra 15 mana.
yeah, I have like because I'm straight up cross classing. My extra MP feed is the only benefit I'm actually getting more MP from. And so
I mean,
I'm like,
Tiro could do some fucking work with that much mana, just spamming attack magic.
yeah, frankly, he's
But-
better off. Frankly, it's like I don't feel like Echo can properly use any weapon because while the class allows proficiency, I don't think.
Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more the
it's
passive
not-
giving you more mana.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. But I mean,
Although technically I could give him my Mastercraft Staff of Lightning and strap it to him. Theoretically, he could still use that. Granted, it would still be strictly lightning magic,
Yeah.
unless there was
Yeah,
a way to
no,
actually reattune it. But
well,
This is
that's
the real
what
question:
I'm
would he
getting at.
ever really use a power staff for like attacking? Like
Yeah,
practically in combat.
it's the issue. It's the issue that I feel like a chocobo cannot properly wield a weapon unless it's designed for a chocobo
Yeah.
to.
It still
Yeah.
takes
Which-
it still takes some wiggling to use,
Which I mean,
yeah,
there are potential weapon types that a chocobo could equip, and particularly like combat masks and combat talon shoes. But I mean, those are kind of specific, and
Question: did these have an attack bonus? And it also says that these also give the warp strike ability. I'm assuming that's the latent part of it, and we don't have.
That's unique to the
Kingsglaive, I
No.
believe, right?
Nope. Kingsglaive Prestige class.
Nope.
I think.
When
Nope.
wielding such
Nope.
weapons, they gain access to the
Oh.
Kingsglaive warp strike ability.
Yes.
Oh, well.
They count their weapons as formed glaives when attuned to, and keep any special qualities gained through enhanced glaive on each weapon if the weapon meets the prerequisite in the first place. And you get the Armiger limit break,
Yeah.
which is more effective
Nailed
if you
it.
have more of them.
That'd be up to Will, I guess.
It is handing these weapons out is basically a way for people to do, to do the Kingsglaive stuff when taking the prestige class doesn't necessarily fit.
Hmm.
You guys will you would get access to the limit break from where you are, but the warp strike thing would come online with some of the enhancement bonus on the weapons, I'd say.
Oh, what's the attack bonus on these?
The regular attack bonus, it's going to be as though masterwork for now.
But
Okay,
I
so
mean-
plus one.
So just the
Plus one attack, no damage.
Yeah.
plus one to attack, not to damage. But
And a
But,
lot of them have
I will-
bonuses that either increase the raw damage the weapon does anyway, because they're increasing your attribute and that sort of thing. But I'd
Do I
start
manage
using
to
them. I'd start
negotiate
using
the
them and see.
it's I also want to kind of point out that even if I were, it's like, trying to bullshit my way to having proficiency with this thing, I think I'd still rather have Tyro have that scepter anyway, just because he is very much more reliant on magic, even though he's playing a class that hybridizes.
Funnily enough, with the staff, he's not going to need the staff. Like 30 MP, he's never going to run out again.
But I mean
Basically.
I understand this, and this is why he would get it, because having to not worry about your resource as a caster ensures your potency through long periods of time. Whereas me, I mean, sure, having extra heals is nice, but I'm also not completely useless if I run out of MP.
Hmm.
That's true.
I got +4 strength and natural weapons that I don't need proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I should probably be going in like 15 minutes, so
Okay.
if we can
Bye.
wrap up the shopping
Okay.
session.
If you would like to make a diplomacy check here, Koke,
All right.
pleading the fourth in a very funny play on words.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Very poor.
Would anyone like to assist that in any way?
She's too busy admiring her sword.
Yeah.
I've already stated my well.
As everyone sits there like looking at their beautiful weapon, the Koke's like, I mean, I could really use another weapon. And everyone's like, right? He kind of glances around.
I don't do very good at all at it.
Everyone's like looking at their
Thanks,
weapons, like, wow, this thing's
Echo.
incredible. Then Echo's like, wait, like, he kind of feels like, oh no, I know how I can assist. Trips right onto the floor in front of him. And it's just like, and you
I'll
see
try.
I'm just going to add. I'm just, just out of sheer to boost the competence of the party. You see what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks at the display in front of him as Koke explains why she needs it, and Echo trips over, and everyone's gawking over their cool new items. And Chef gives a nod, but like kind of, it's not quite the effect that he expected. He kind of like looks back at you and is like, I think 3 will be all right. I think you'll be fine with that. What a capable group of warriors I see. Single bead of sweat dripping down his brow.
Very capable.
I mean, you see what I can do to. Oh, wait a minute. We still need to claim that contract for the Ochu.
We
I
never
just
got a
realized-
piece of it.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
yeah.
It's not the only one that you guys can actually claim.
There's
Well,
the
shit.
coral.
You can also
We
kill
could
the
probably
coral.
use the money.
Oh, there's nothing for me here now. I'm gonna go check the fucking office since everyone else is like, ooh, shiny. Second.
Hey,
I forgot that
Coral was
Those are
actually even
fucking
on there,
shiny
actually.
weapons.
I'll be all right with my 1d12 plus 7 plus 2d6 plus 2d6 plus 1d6.
Why do you think I don't want to fucking assist you with that? You're already pretty.
I'm gonna fall.
Wouldn't that mace actually be a downgrade?
adding the plus. Well, it's a one. First of all, it's a one-handed thing, and second of all, it goes into ether.
I can do 8d6 if I sneak attack and become a poster child for a suicide hotline.
That's awful.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so is Soul Eater.
I'm gonna get up and follow Koke.
I'm off to the hunt place
Mhm.
because I've just been reminded by out of character Tiro that we have things to do to pick up.
Oh.
We don't have any proof though. I mean, the closest proof we can get is I can just turn into shit. With like,
I'm a blue
killed
mage.
this.
As I flash the
So
party
obviously I've
back
killed
to you fighting the Ocho and you fighting the Coral, I did ask both times, is anybody taking anything from this fight?
I did. I
Technically,
took things. I
ate
took
'em.
things. I did eat them.
You ate them. I don't unless you want to show what came afterwards. I don't think they're gonna accept
Well,
that.
that and then people try to get the Ochu, but the body floated down the river. There was nothing they could do.
Mhm.
We have
Yeah.
we
We
have
also had
many we have many eyewitnesses that we slew that Ochu.
We had a whole
we are very,
audience.
And we have Roderick. We have royal authority that we
He didn't see us
He
do
wasn't
it.
there for that, but Yota was.
Yota was.
For the curl, yes. The Ochu, no. Although you saw that.
yeah, that's what I meant. We have many eyewitnesses for the Ochu, but for the Kaworo we have
And-
one royal witness.
You could probably head back there and ask them to see what's
That's
the
what
deal
I'm
with
going
that
to do.
Ochu in the road.
I'm going to do that.
And as
And since we're going to be going to Moonbright on foot, I'll see if there's any hunt bills on the way.
I mean, we're going by Chocobo, but yeah.
Well, it's still foot. It's just
It's on
bigger feet.
Chocobo
Yeah.
foot.
It's bird
Yeah.
feet.
So how do I want to
Oh my
calculate
god,
this?
that
Buddy
increased her
boy.
stats a lot.
Keep in mind that +4 is only while you're actually holding the thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an overall upgrade to her.
So
Uh,
you know, before
or
you
vanilla.
diplomatize somebody, make sure you summon the sword, hold it to your chest like a Choco Teddy, and be like, okay, now I'm more charismatic.
But couldn't you, in theory, like hold it like it's sheathed?
Yeah, you could.
As
You
long
can
as,
actually-
as
you
long
can
as it's
summon it.
technically, yeah, as long as it's your active weapon.
Well, you
Does
can
it-
summon
do
it with a
they-
scabbard if you wish.
If they are even if they don't have their warp strike ability, can they be melded character ether with the attunement still?
can they be what? I didn't hear that.
You can meld the royal arms into your character's ether to be summoned.
Yeah.
Can they do that even
Yeah.
though they don't have? Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
So yeah, you can just. Which is the main reason why Koke with mace. 1, extra HP when she's a squishy little mage, and 2, never unarmed.
Yeah.
Well,
I have
she's
the
never
bad
unarmed
touch at the
anyway.
very
Well,
least.
just for,
Some
Yeah.
pretty vicious teeth.
I mean, for her, I mean, that's just a supreme upgrade over her vanilla night sword. It's not even masterwork.
I mean, Koke can also grow claws, or a gore attack, or
Yeah.
stuff,
You're good.
but
Okay.
extra HP as well, and 2 bleed damage.
As
I can kick
as-
people.
as Chef was toting, yep, she now has 20 charisma.
I can also
Damn.
peck at them, and I
Oh,
can
yeah.
also...
While I'm thinking about it, headband.
Yes. Give me 2K, and I will
Yeah,
work on it.
I'll just
I mean,
check
it's
that
not-
off my list.
It is absolutely not what Koke is capable of, but if she goes into Sword Oath right now, she has a plus 12 to hit and will do 1d10 plus 8.
Dang.
Chef is gonna give Koke 200 gil for the trouble,
Oh, that's
And
like on top.
yeah, the Sword of the Father is a Night Sword, so it does work with her weapon focus, Night Swords that she has.
which is what I was.
Jesus
Interesting
Christ,
on the side.
33 MP. What do I do with that amount of MP?
Burn shit.
Lots of fire.
For everything.
Fire
Well, I can
will
burn
be
shit
well.
more.
Cast more.
Oh, you could spend more time casting your wild magic to master.
It's more just like Tiro has less turns where he doesn't feel like he needs to be like saving his MP. Just fuck it. just cast.
I haven't since level 4, really.
I have a plus
Well, level 3.
10 to my fort saves thanks to bullshit now.
Nice. Ellie's at plus 12.
You probably have way more con than I do.
16.
Yeah. Chef has
As-
13.
Yeah, I'm going to do hunt stuff, check what's on the way to Moonbright, see if I
arrive
can pick up
back-
rewards.
You arrive back in the hunt office. As you walk in the front door, the guy from session 1 kind of sees you come in.
Mhm.
Oh, welcome back.
It's been
Have you enjoyed your
while.
hunting?
the game got a lot bigger than I was expecting, but yes, actually.
From what I've heard from a little bird, he reaches under the desk and he pulls out a little sack of gil and sets it down. A certain path through the crescent is clear again, thanks to a particular young woman with blue horns and a yellow bird and a white wolf man and there's a whole
The party is quite an interesting one, yes.
yes, it's hard to
I'm a girl.
miss.
Jerk.
Some sort of white wolf man.
You're also in armor.
Doesn't the hair give it away? No.
Didn't Eleanor mention, kind of is out of character, that Eleanor's actually pretty stacked when not wearing armor?
Yes.
Yeah, when she's not in her armor.
Yeah.
She wears tight fitting tops to keep her chest in line.
So yeah, very, very, very female.
I know she's not wearing boot plate.
We also, although this is where a slight problem comes in. We also took care of a koal.
Koal looks through it.
Yeah.
Koal, yeah.
But
Wasn't there 2 of them?
the trophy.
Only killed one though.
We didn't manage to successfully get any proof. We do, however, have the word of a Prince Yota who was with us when we did kill this koal. Would his word be enough?
I can't particularly see why it would be.
Didn't we kill both of them?
No, we only
Just-
killed one.
just
The other
killed
one
The
fled.
other one just fucked off.
Okay.
Didn't bring anything. Even a scar, and he like holds up an arm with just got like a big wound on it. Nothing.
Do you know how blue magic works?
I'm familiar. A blue mage can study a target and gain the capacity to cast spells. Can you cast? What was that thing? He kind of looks through a book. Lightning, something or other.
Do I have? Is there anything I can fire at?
You do have, yeah.
I do have access to blaster. Yeah.
By all means, here. There's a
Not in his
range.
face.
And then he kind of like pulls you off to the side, and there's a staircase down into a sort of half basement where there's dummies.
Okay. I cast blaster on one of the dummies.
Well, I only know one place you could have learned that. So, sure. I mean, there's not that many Kawura in this part of the world, anyway. I take it the beasts are both dead.
Yeah.
Is
Alright.
Koke gonna go into every haunt office in the world now and be like, I killed a coral, do you have any proof?
Do you have any proof?
Blaster dummy.
Alright, oh, well, she goes into like the hunt. She goes like a hunt office in like fucking Ironhaven or out in the Vale or something. It's like, well, how far could this person possibly have come from? This is the only coral around here.
Or they got like a network of like, okay, this person claimed this, I'll take it off the board.
Oh yeah. So he goes out and he brings out a second sack of gill and puts that down. Have anything
It wouldn't
else
happen to
claim?
be. It wouldn't. Oh wait, I don't know if I can cast any of those spells. I can. It wouldn't happen to have been any hunts out for some antlions, would there have been?
Antlions. The way around Asmar there was an antlion
Yeah.
contract out. Yes. Again, he points over, and at the 2.5 star range, there's right next to Coral antlion.
Follow me and walk back
God.
down.
Well.
I'll cast sandpit.
How?
Dummies just get
Ooh.
sucked into the ground.
Don't know how to get those back, but yeah.
They'll be fine. The sandpit will go away after 4 rounds. It's all good.
Oh God.
Rounds just a unit of time.
Dawn.
6 seconds.
About
No
24
chance you've been
seconds.
down to the Molten Sea anytime recently.
No,
And he
only to Asmar and back.
and he would like to make a sense motive on you.
Yeah.
All right. He goes and he puts out a third sack of gill.
Did we kill anything else that I should claim, guys?
You look through the charts, and the half star, Flan, small, 1 star, Cactar, Chocobo blue, Corrosive spider, 1.5 star, Bomb, Cockatrice, faceless, 2 star, Mandarago, 2.5 star, Coral, Antlion,
where were
Chocobo
the-
black.
Where were the cockatrice?
There was an issue with a den of cockatrice south of the crescent. Nasty creatures.
I can't.
This is where the chaotic petrifies him and takes all the gold.
Well, you see, here's a new fact for you to learn. There are certain types of blue mages out there that can. I turn into a cockatrice. Turn into the creatures, as I keep talking, that they learn from. I'm not going to petrify you. It's all right. It's an activated skill.
Okay. It says like
That's
he,
worth
as
all.
he
We
took
stops
care-
like averting
we
his
took care-
gaze.
We took care of the cockatrice, so
Hiding
this is
behind
my
the counter.
proof that I am one. Kind of.
Wow,
I transformed into it.
that's quite an impressive feat of magic you got there. Let me see if I know anything about that. And then failing that, let me see if I actually believe you.
I mean, I am a cockatrice right now. I can turn
Mhm.
back to my normal self.
I
Yeah,
would I
but-
would though like you to make a bluff check right here.
But
Bluff?
it's true.
No,
You
the
you
cockatrice we fought were different from the ones that
You did fight a cockatrice. You didn't fill the contract in the way that he's imagining. But he's trying to see if there's any shenanigans afoot right now, which there technically are shenanigans afoot. You
Here
are
we go.
misleading. And with your +3, you beat his +8, as you categorically outroll him. Well, that's quite an impressive bit of magic you got there. As he reaches into the counter, and he puts another sack of kill on the countertop.
I turn back into my normal self, and
Yeah, I need a minute.
so I'm heading out. Me and my companions. Let me rephrase that. I'm heading out towards Moonbright in the coming
Moonbright.
days. Is there anything interesting on the way there that we can care of?
Well, on the way to Moonbright.
I gotta bounce.
All right.
Leave me
we'll wrap
the
up here.
cut of Gil in Discord and any other
Fine.
developments.
Kind of
Alright.
like he
Have a good night.
strokes a beard for
Have
a
a good night.
moment. Yeah. have
See everybody.
Later.
I don't think Alan's gonna need anything after getting this fucking sword. Holy shit.
There are a few creatures. Well, you're gonna want to swing a little bit north, maybe avoid the primal step. Just for the sake of that, you know how it is. And if you're heading that way, there's a farmer on the Great Plains having an issue with cactar. That might be a good move. What else? Oh, there's Curse of Spiders. Those were south, down next on the down in the forest south, next to the primal step. That's the wrong place. There's the Faceless, but that one I think was in Asmar.
Oh.
What do we
Oh.
got? What else do we got around?
Can they?
here?
I'm just gonna. What would be a knowledge check on faceless?
I gotta let me bring up their page to see if they're magical beasts or whatever's. That'll depend. It depends on category. CG20. Faceless, right here. Medium monstrous humanoid. What is monstrous humanoid?
I do believe in nature.
No, it's not nature. Yeah, I think it's nature.
Might be local, actually. Humanoids are.
You know, monstrous humanoid might be knowledge look. I think you're right about that.
Let me just have a look under the
You
Blue
can-
Mage
you
thing
can-
real quick.
Yeah, it'll have a thing.
Monstrous humanoids are local.
Okay, so yeah, wow, that's a
Which
use
is
of the
really
knowledge
weird.
local skill. Hey, they exist. Beyond just knowing that a town should have, a fucking hat store, like, you might have heard of something called a Faceless before. Maybe it was a Faceful or something. I can't really remember.
Why are they called faceless? They like steal people's faces. Oh my god, that's what he uses.
Oh boy.
Never mind.
Very scary creature, those. Let me tab back over the list here. What else we got up here?
To be fair, we rolled like shit that town. There's nothing we can do anyways.
There's the Chocobo issue. That's north, but that's almost straight north. A little bit out of your way. Way out of Moonbright. There's the blue and the black. It's been seen in the area. Right on the edge of the Great Plain.
They might have moved, or
Yeah, they might have.
might.
No one's come to claim them yet, though. And
And these are contacts with them alive, yeah.
yes, we'd very much like to see
Yeah.
those Chocobo alive. They're a very rare creature. There's a bunch of small flan. I think that might be in the sewer system. What are the bombs? Where were the bombs? I had plays for all these. Those might have been in the primal step.
Well-
Fortress. Yeah, no, that's just... Let me double check this guy. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Uh, yeah, no. No, that's about all that you could you might fare to encounter along the way.
Okay, that's fair enough. Thank you for your time.
Well,
I'll just take my gil.
there you go. And you take your Ocho Gill, your Coral Gill, your Antlion Gill, and your Cockatrice Gill.
Is there like anywhere to sit in
There
here?
is,
Like I need
there's
like tables
plenty.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
plenty of
gonna
space.
sit down. I want to sit down and I want to count how much gil all of this is.
Okay.
And
I can add it up for you here. Alright. Actually, it needs. Yeah, there's actually a way of doing this. A much easier way of calculating this. Plus. What was that? Cockatrice, 1.5 stars. As you kind of sort through the gil here, you've got from these contracts, it sums to 2,375 gil. That,
Okay, whoever that is.
I think it's code.
That's me looking at my character sheet. I,
Contemplating the
she
damage
has-
you could do, or contemplating how your character's spine hurts.
her damage is fine. I have just achieved Kairos levels of attack.
Yeah.
Plus 15.
Mhm.
how
Yeah,
are we?
yeah, it's
How are
about
we
Kairos levels of
doing?
attack.
How are we doing points?
Points for.
Like dividing this up, I'm left with.
Well, you can exclude.
Well,
you can
I'm
exclude-
good. So
It's
That's-
maybe
that's-
buy it. Buy a magic item.
2,375. Or
It's. I've ignored both the chocobo and Eleanor in this, and it comes to 593 points per person.
Oh.
So, what do I do with these 475s? It comes to 3. So there's three extra gil that I'm just gonna take.
I'm just gonna
I mean, no one's gonna know that I've just
it's
taken
literally
3 extra
change. It's
gil.
3 gil. We
What
don't
was
need to
the
ponder
what was
this.
the amount? I didn't hear all of it.
2,375.
I mean, what was the split?
Ah.
You, Tiro, and Chef are getting 593.
593. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm taking 596.
You get the impression you get a good bit of gil for monster hunting, but not anything like kingdom saving calibers of rewards.
Well, know what line of work to take there.
And as Koke ponders the mathematics of this system, you get the impression it's 250 gil per star of the creature. So, for instance, a 2-star creature is 500 gil.
3,497. Okay.
Don't go to the Four Kingdoms, they said. It is terrible income, they said.
Well, to be fair, if it wasn't for us saving their asses.
Shh, parents don't need to know that.
I'll just send a Discord message.
But hey, between all those monsters you slayed, you could get something enchanted.
Yeah.
I mean, we also got EXP and level, levels, and I got spells.
The point is, this is
My power
one of those
increasing.
practical profession sorts of things that any Joe schmuck with a sword's gonna try at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, frankly, Echo doesn't know that she's missing anything really.
I bought you tasty greens. That is your payment.
And a course on economics.
I'm still trying to teach Economy 101 if I'm buying greens for again.
Now I give money,
I
they give greens.
I spend whatever time's left taking a 10 on crafting the charisma thing for chef.
Okay. Did you? How many? So you spent 2 days on your band thing. You spent 2 days on who's what?
Nell.
On Nell's.
Nell got a charisma thing, and then 2 days on chef's.
Yeah, you can get all 3 of those done because that's not an all day every day thing. It's an 8 hours a day thing. So in using all of your work time for the week, sans 1 day, you get all that stuff hammered out.
Yeah.
All right. What's other people's doing? With swords got and things crafted and power levels boosted.
Well, Ellen's still broke, but she has a sword. So
Anybody want to retrain anything? Anybody want to buy some new armor? Get something enchanted?
The only way I'm wearing armor is if I actually get training in even just light armor, so I can take the armor mage proficiency. But that's
Doing any bounty board contracts on a day trip?
Is there anything that is within a day?
There's actually plenty within a day.
Oh.
Let's take
Then
a peek.
I'll be doing that
What
then on
is-
my
what
last day.
is?
I have spent all week crafting your shit and my shit. I'm gonna go and test out my new fucking axe.
yeah.
And my new spells as well. I haven't had much chance to do any real like fighting because ever since we kind of gained this new plateau of power, we've been diplomacy things or using an airship.
Yeah.
Things that
I'm
are
itching.
things that are in range. You know that there are corrosive spiders in just south of Lullin in the forest on the edge of the Primal Steppe. You know there's a colony of Flan Small in the sewers under Lullin. And there's a rumor that there's a Mandragora in the forest of Lullin that somebody wants ingredients from.
Like, okay. I'd probably go after the corrosive spiders.
Do you just wanna do you wanna run that combat right here? Does anyone want to come with you? And we're at 1 a.m. right now.
Pop my head into whoever's interested. Like, I'm gonna like stab some spiders because I want some spells and do farms, and I have an axe that really needs to be swung. So anyone want to come with so I don't die or
Yeah, and which, by the way, side note here, if there's anything else anyone wants to do before we wrap up here, you can say that, speak now here, or message me in the interlude. And if people want to go on Koke's murder adventure, you can go with them now. Otherwise, you can head off here. You know.
Yeah.
Is that going to be like a side session because it's late?
Yeah, well, that's kind of my point. Like, you can, we can continue right through here, or you can be nah. Because yeah, it's late. It's just like with Echo running off and doing the Echo thing at the end of that one session.
Mm. No, I mean,
It's an
I don't know.
optional stick around. Optional stick around. It's an easy creature. It's probably not going to be worth that much experience.
Yeah.
In character,
I just wanna.
I feel like I sort of owe Koke who's making the item, but out of character. It's late as hell.
No, go. Feel free just to
Yeah.
go. Go. It's all right. You don't have to come with me. It's a shitty spider. I'm mostly doing it for the free opportunity to get spell forms, and also that's a lot of d6 that I can roll for damage, and I really want to do it.
Jeez.
All right. Have fun squishing the spider.
Yeah, have fun with that.
And for the sake of all that, thanks everyone for joining us here. I'm gonna keep the stream running through this combat just because we haven't had a combat this game, and I owe it to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there was a question in chat about the map and how it was made, so I don't know if you want to take a chance to answer that now. So
Let's see if he's still here. Viewer list. Is he still here? Loading viewer list. He is not. So,
oh well.
I made it in Photoshop with the power of generating cloud displacement maps and running contrast filters over it and building the world out piece by piece with a set of graphic brushes I got on the internet for like little mountains, little stars and stuff. And then, add a parchment fill over that, a drop shadow off the continents, add a grid, make a map. Name things. Yeah, there's so many tutorials for how to make a map in Photoshop on the internet that, So yeah, if you want to head off, you can head off here. Otherwise, I'm gonna autopilot Chef because I'm sure Chef would want to come and drag Chef into the forest with Koke to go murder a couple spiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off too.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Is Echo still functional? I think Echo is no longer functional.
No.
All right,
Bird
you
goes
guys
on
have a
the
good night
couch.
then.
All right.
Have a
Have a
good
good night,
one.
everyone.
Mm-hmm. You guys have fun.
Thank you for DMing, Will.
I always have fun doing it.
Yeah, that was a lot of NPC work.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
did
didn't mean
a
it to be
job.
so dry, but
It's fine.
It was one of those sort of.
A lot happened in plot.
part of me
So,
was thinking
yeah.
just to do like a hand wave, all of the plot got wrapped up, wibble wibble. But the other part of me is like, I kind of want to see where some of this little ends.
I don't know whether or not this would be acceptable, but I will ask Beast and Kyra if they want to come along as well.
Vish would absolutely want to come along, and
Level up for level 2S.
yeah, still solo level. She would ask to come along. Her father would say only if Ellen's coming. She'd ask Ellen. Ellen would say I'm not coming. She'd go back to her father, say yeah, Ellen's coming, and then she'd leave.
Lying.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
going. It's fine. You can trust me.
Yeah, because unless like I got like any new gear from my promotion, she has nothing except for the sword and 80 gold. So
They might set you up with some new armor that the Master of Arms could help you get together. If you were looking for something with a 1 or 2 enhancement bonus on it, you can message me about
Leave me.
that. With some diplomacy rolls.
I won't be able. Will I be able to do so? How much do I have? No, I
What
won't
was
be
that?
able to do so right now because I don't have enough gil for it. But leave me whatever Eleanor's main stat is in Discord, and when Koga gets round to it, she'll make you a +2 of thing. As a shut up, you haven't accepted anything. If you're too weak to protect the princess, it's your own fucking fault. Take this power bracelet and piss off. Don't say I don't do anything nice. Please don't punch me.
I'll do a quick read off of her stuff, but yeah, I will leave things. Her stats are as follows. She has 16 strength, 14 dex, 16 con, 14 int, 14 wisdom, and 20 charisma.
Jesus Christ, you are fucking all of those stats.
Mhm.
I've
I
got
remember
16
that. I remember
strength,
those.
15 dexterity, 14 constitution, 18 intelligence, 10 wisdom, 15 charisma. I mean, my wisdom
her-
shit.
What was that?
My wisdom is shit.
Oh, no common sense.
Well, you'd think. The four kingdoms are warring, and they have a lack of resources. My home step is abundant of resources. They might team up and decide to attack us. What would be the best course of action? Become a god, obviously.
Yes, that seems. Yeah, I see no obstacles here to that goal.
I mean, all I need to do is find a summoner and eat their eidolon, because those are basically gods, right? Yeah, and then I can turn into one, and I'm sorted.
That sounds exactly that simple.
And it's just kind of getting to that point to which, you know, we're all talking about going to like the city of summoning. Buffet.
Yeah, buffet. Oh god. I can't even believe like that 20 charisma. That's ridiculous. Like, especially since she has divine grace.
Yep.
So her saving throws are plus 12, plus 8, plus 11.
Congratulations.
God. I'm rivaling Nell now with diplomacy. She has plus 13.
I really want to maybe put a feet towards getting additional traits and have it my intent to things like diplomacy, but only and I wouldn't use, like beat out Nell in diplomacy roles, but the like because she wouldn't be charismatically doing it. It'd be like this is really like bad for your money stuff.
Yeah.
Sort of diplomacy.
Yeah.
But my next feat is taken by leadership as I stroke it over there in the corner like I wait.
Yeah. Ellen's next feat is weapon spec.
Anyway, I'm taking the
damage.
I'm taking the NPCs
On the
and
walk.
Chef PC on the walk.
All right.
NP Chef.
I can't even believe this sword. Like, I'm just gonna mention that, like, Kyrus levels of attack she has now. Like, and the sword gives her the parry talent.
Which is very similar now to Kyrus in a lot of ways.
Although she can only do it once a turn.
Combination of things.
Yeah. Unless she has combat reflexes, she can only do it once around.
I do a shocking grasps amount of D6 worth of extra damage because of all the D6 I've just jammed on top of this thing.
I mean, if you really want to give me something, I guess like a power bracer, but I mean,
that would be the sort of thing I'd be able to make because I only have cast level 5 right now. So I can only make things that are cast level 5 or below, which the power braces and stuff are for.
Right,
so
but I'll throw you her sheet.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, you don't have to. I mean, God, this fucking sword is like several levels worth of treasure at once. So. Especially
I'm glad
because
I managed to convince our Dark Knight to.
I know. It's like, especially because weapon focused Night Sword, and now she has Sword Oath.
Yeah.
So
as I was looking at him, like, it's a Night Sword. It should go to Ellen because she hasn't got taken anything. It's a holy treasure of Ellen. It should go to. It should go to her.
This will probably tide me over until she gets Excalibur. At this point. And then Excalibur 2. Because that's the thing. Honestly, I was kind of half expecting Will to just whip out the, as a surprise, he was going to give me the Shield of the Just.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be kind of a fair shake for different people to get different gear for that bit, so I just took the list and I rolled half of them, essentially. Yeah. And just had, like, you pick half of those half I rolled. That way it isn't that way it isn't the classic, like, you get to the end of the dungeon, and you know how you've got the member of your party that uses a this and is terrible? Yeah? You find an incredible this. And it's like, okay, you know.
Yeah, not for that person. I get it.
I mean, we're kind of covered on most of these these spell abilities and stuff. So what's he gonna drop? The only type of spell book of the skill that none of us have. Of course. Fucking Shin.
Anyway. Have fun spider slaughtering. See ya.
I'm just over here. I don't know if Chef. Man, I need to message him. Oh, he did.
He's
He's gone.
yeah.
I don't have his character sheet. You would absolutely come. Let me see when his last check-in was, because I think I had everyone check in pretty recently.
Well, we only did just level to 5, and that's
I
why
can
I
get
have
from-
my. That's why I have my character sheet on a Google Doc that you should have
that I can
the
consult.
link to. Yeah, you can just it updates itself automatically all the time. So
Oh yeah, I don't have a sheet. Don't have a sheet.
well, I guess Chef isn't coming then.
I guess I wasn't coming. Either that or just gotta use one of the generic NPC, like. Let's just have him only make attack rolls and stuff. Yeah, no, I guess Chef isn't coming. It's a ladies' trip then. It's V's, Coca, and Kaya.
That's fine by me. Perfect. I get away from all of those idiots.
So yeah. So you
Do you wanna make a break here to have like a side episode,
Let's see,
or
what
do you
time
wanna
are
just
we
tack
at?
this on the end?
We're still at 2 hours and 11 minutes. We can probably
Okay.
hammer this out in like under 45 minutes. So yeah, we'll just fucking goes on the end. Extra little bit here. Koke, Kaya, and V's finding some spiders.
Yeah, let's go
You-
kill some spiders, ladies.
You grab the contract. You grab the potential lesbians, and what you doing?
Taking Chocobo, I guess.
Huh?
I mean, there's only one Chocobo, because I only have the one. If Echo isn't coming, then isn't a second. I'll just walk, it's fine.
I mean, it's
It's not
within
that far
within a day's
away.
walking distance, and
Yeah.
you all depart out the south end of the city, looking for adventure. And V's, who with her ridiculous survival skills, as I go and check her survival, yes, even at level 2, V's, she makes her roll to track these spiders down. How you do? She do poorly. She do very poorly.
I will
She's-
aid.
She seems like she really wants to like talk to you about stuff, and like she isn't really paying attention. She keeps like tripping over logs, and it's like with a 13, she still isn't finding a whole lot. Well, maybe it was over here. I know I've seen these spiders somewhere. They're around here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have no idea where we are.
Do you have any insight, Kaya?
Well, if you have to ask, give me a moment to take a look around. Being a nymph and having like ridiculous numbers for this shit.
Please, by all means.
What is your survival?
Just realized that with the increase of the 2d6 holy damage, because of course my weapon's out +3, so the materia that's in it can be it's level 2 materia. I can cast a rise 3 times a day. Just get the fuck up.
As Kaya glances around the woods and rolls a 34,
And a crit. Proud of you.
she glances around. Isn't that one? And she points over under the forest canopy, and there's the spider skittering away as it just disappears from sight.
That is absolutely one. Let's go.
You take off running. You're like, man, where could these spiders be? It's right there. God, as I glance through her shit and I reflect on that she is a hit die 8. medium fey. Like, you trek him through the woods for a little bit, following like this one you kind of saw skittering off, and between Kaya and Vise, a little sort of a competition starts to pop up between the two of them, where Kaya immediately upstage Vise. Now Vise is trying to like notice stuff Kaya doesn't notice, and it's a
This is
little
the
funny.
best. I am humid, but I'm not gonna laugh out loud. I'm just gonna appreciate this rivalry.
After a few minutes of angry, loud forest sleuthing, you find the entrance to a cave. As you see one of them skitter away into the cave, the one you were chasing. It's like, yep, this is it.
Oh, I'm glad that they're stupid enough to take us straight to the link.
Well, I don't exactly think that they're the kind of creatures to know to take a back way home.
True. Well, I'll go first.
By all means. Hold
I pierce the darkness with my special dragon eyes.
And as you pierce the darkness with your special dragon eyes, I scroll.
Hello,
And
darkness.
It's on the bottom here. Let me
I see it.
interact and pan the stream down there. There we go. Pull the camera out of here. You were in a cave. You came in through the bottom right. There's a path.
Okay.
Bottom left, path north. Where you going? What you doing?
I will attempt to track where the spider went.
You notice there's a lot of foot traffic along the north one, and not a whole lot along the west one.
Seems like north is the way to where we're going, then.
Vise kind of like glances around. Yeah, I think that's it. Who's going in there first?
I will.
Okay. I'll be back here with my bow,
Yes.
which does not shoot light arrows because Daddy never gave me the special light arrow bow. Because apparently I'm not some sort of cool champion like all y'all are. All your artifacts.
To be fair, I didn't get an artifact either. I just have to make my own draw axe.
Well, that's cool.
It's only got excessive amounts of vicious holy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sling it over one shoulder, and because I can wield this in one hand. This is fucking ridiculous.
Some ambience in there.
I specifically got a feat and a trait to wield this in one hand.
Oh. And as you peek over and pierce the darkness, poly reveal area. Oh, come now, poly reveal. There we go.
Tiny little blips, I see.
Boop. You see forward into the cave. You see one of them in the middle, not 35 feet from you. What do you see?
A spider. I
How far away is it?
take. Not close enough. I take a 5-foot step, and I cast Blaster.
Okay. Is that a ranged touch attack?
Yes, it is. What is my ranged stuff? Just a +2. Because I'm casting it. Is it? Of course.
As
Oh,
you
there it goes.
reel back and send your co-whirl murder stun bolt out. And it streaks right over its head and smashes into the ceiling above it. And it kind of looks up and
I got their attention.
It sort of like glances back at you, and the whole room rolls initiative.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
my initiative is
scroll
just my dex mod.
to grab
And of course,
these
I roll that
guys.
good.
And I open up the initiative counter and clear it. Boop, 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 boop. Apparently the last actual fight we've had was with the antlions.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I'll put mine in for you. There you go. I'll make it 0.2 so you can.
Thank you. I roll for each of them. Not Hitomi. Vis, your initiative is +4. Good job, Vis. Kaya, your initiative is probably gonna be a way more. Where are you? Seriously, where are you? Oh, there it is. Well, actually, not way more. +5, but still way more. And then the spiders with an initiative of +3 each. And how many are currently in the combat? Those 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, these are some initialized spiders.
The one spider went running back like, we're under attack! And I did just like electrify the ceiling.
18, 20, 7, 20, and fucking that's it. That's it. Sort by descending? Yeah, descending. Good.
Welcome back. Nothing much. Koke's just taking girl for girls' night out to go spiders. You know, a date that only Koke can give. Kaya and Visa and Koke. Since you have a day spare and I want some magic,
Alright.
don't want to pass it up.
And as it kicks on, it's Kaya's turn first. Her move speed is 30, I believe. It is. No, it's Aurora. Where's her move speed? One of these days I'm going to be better at reading this much 30 feet, yes. She can actually get pretty far here. Okay. She's going to... move up to here. She charges into the fray. And cast. Where's autograph? Okay, good. She charges in. She looks back at you and says, "This is the spell I really wanted to cast when we started fighting. Just never got a turn to do it." And she casts Call Lightning.
I'm glad that you didn't get a chance to use it against me.
Well, you had me using CC shit for like every round, for like the 3 rounds that combat lasted.
Yeah, it was. We have a lot of people, and so it kind of like turn and everything.
It's kind of complicated. There's got to be some sort of system of economy of actions to take into account.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just glad that it ended the way it did.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. I got to like 2 HP like on 2 occasions.
Kilmateria is very, very friendly.
Okay.
How bad is it looking for you?
Immediately
At all.
upon spell.
just
1
fighting some
round
spiders.
afterwards. 5 foot wide, 30 foot long, vertical bolt of lightning, 3d6 electricity damage. Yes. Okay. So
Actually,
immediatally
I did
upon
fall asleep
complete.
sitting up for
He didn't fall asleep.
I actually fell asleep sitting up.
Does Echo want to notice that the girls have all left and start chasing after them as soon as they leave? And show up in a couple of rounds?
Sure, why not?
Okay. It is retroactively. Yep. And as you guys were walking into the cave right before this combat engaged, Kaya whispers over to you, okay? You know that Chocobo's been following us all day. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, she comes and helps us, then she comes and helps us. Not then, if not, at least we'll have someone to carry a spider cloak back. Proof.
I guess it would kind of make it a true girls' night. Well, except for Ellen. She's so manly, though.
And Nell.
And Nell. She's so man. Never mind. No. And upon
It's the wolf. It's the wolf features. It just kind of.
Yeah.
And she's stacked though.
And
It was this one time when we were,
Hmm?
and we were like in the dreadnought, like the ship, and we had to change into the dreadnought stuff, and she took her armor off, and
Yeah, well, that's how it goes as she lifts her left hand.
Ooh.
And it strikes down on this spider in the center, and it does not die. They're more durable than I thought they would be. Your turn, spider. And it is actually that spider's turn.
You can tell? That's very impressive.
Oh, yeah, I can tell all animals like that apart.
Huh. You'll have to teach me.
Huh. Yes. As it advances up to here. Yes. And it launches corrosive web at you and Kaya.
Does that trigger AOO? Since it's right next to Kaya?
What does she even have as far as, like, physical melee goes? But she doesn't have any weapons on her, and...
No one improved on arm strikes or natural weapons?
Checking her feats. Her feats. Agile maneuvers, combat casting, dodge, weapon finesse. No. She has weapon finesse.
Oh, then...
Didn't give her any fucking weapon.
We need to get her a dagger.
Regardless,
you know
as
that I don't have
up,
anything.
It's not really a spell anyway. It's a special ability. But all creatures caught within the cone are entangled. They can make a strength check to break free. There's the DC here, or escape artist check, same DC.
Isn't a reflex to?
That's what I'm looking for. I don't see anything about a save for it. Yeah, no.
Amazing. I love it.
There's
I
no
need
save.
it.
As you both kind of step in and are having this moment of banter, lightnings it. It charges forwards, and the two of you are immediately webbed, without any recourse. Because apparently that's a thing that exists.
Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with the spell.
Alright. That's its round. Next, another spider. Also charges in at the spider speed of also 30 feet. Also with a 30-foot climb speed.
Oh yeah, that's spiders.
Yeah. Gonna charge into
Haven't you
here.
seen how fast a spider can move?
And it is not going to corrosive web because you're already webbed,
also
and
webbed.
it has no other ranged ability, so that is it. It is Koke's turn.
What type of action is it to break out? Is it a standard or a move?
May break loose by spending one round and making a DC 12 strength check, so I'm assuming that means standard.
Okay. Shit.
Which is a damn shame. He's gonna start chaining corrosive web. Yeah.
Is it doing anything else? Is it sin? Is it?
On its Is it on its turn or is it on your upkeep? Now it's on your upkeep, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's on your upkeep. As your upkeep comes back around, you take 1d6 points of non-elemental damage.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Breaking out of this is gonna be.
You take 5 points of damage.
This token does not have my
That's not your
HP stuff
HP.
on
Yeah,
it.
no, I pulled them straight off the. Pulled them straight
okay,
off
I'll
of the
just-
journal, so they might not have them. This is weird because I thought I had it in the.
There you go.
Yeah, you should be able to. Or
I've
should
got
I
it
be
sorted
able to?
anyway.
That's weird. There should be a bit here that I can like hit a button and it should give you something that it actually calls your HP in that bar. But I don't know why it's not going. Okay. Regardless, yeah, it's your turn. You can go ahead and make your strength check to break
No.
free. Or if you have anything that
in-
is that has flame, you can flame your way out.
And I'm just stopped from being able to move, like my legs.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to cast. It's a 30-foot AoE, so can I? I'll have to aim kind of back
Yeah.
here-ish.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Sandblast over there for a 30-foot AoE DC 18, 42 DC 18, or they're blinded for 4 rounds.
Okay. Where did you say you centered it?
I'm doing it so
Specifically right
it's
there?
it's yeah, so
Right
it's 30
there,
feet
okay.
from this point.
And it's everything that's in that range.
Yes, everything in that range has to make a 18-foot save to not be blinded for 4 rounds.
Okay. And while you think you're hitting 2 spiders, you're really hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spiders.
Tactics! Blind tactics!
And
I
okay,
learned
so
these
fort
ones
save.
from my lions. Yes.
Fort save. Ba-ba-ba. These things have awful fort saves, and that's their best save. Plus 4. There you go.
Nope.
1,
Blind.
2. Is that? Yeah, I'll go through
That
and do
one
it on a
saved?
case-by-case basis. Blind. Second one saved. Third one.
Blind.
Blind.
Almost made it.
Next one.
Blind.
Blind piece. Blind piece.
I am excited that they're the blind. Enemy.
Another one.
Just fucking sand.
Is that also blind?
Yeah.
Another one. Does that succeed?
Saves. Yes, it's an
What
18.
about that one? Blind. Whip. As I go clockwise around and blind the right ones. Alright. It is.
And as a swift action, I will grow a gore attack.
Okay. As
This is
Vis and
my-
Kaya look
my
at you with a
horns.
what? It was like your horns like go into attack mode.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Next, it is a blind spider's turn.
Have fun.
Okay, well. And how many rounds does this last for? Is 1d6 rounds or something?
1d4, let me.
You can go ahead and roll your rounds.
2.
2 rounds. Okay. It's going to run sort of straight in, but hold back a little bit because it doesn't want to be engaged in melee while blinded. And can't do anything at that range because you're already webbed and it would only hit his friends. It's Visa's turn. I'm coming.
Be careful, they have web.
As she walks up and you're covered in web. Well, I can see that, I guess. That one looks like it's already hurt. V's?
Some of them are blind.
How do you blind a... I'm not even gonna ask.
Lots of sand and magic.
Why is your hit roll so low on that great bow? V's? That's not even... That's not even right.
Does a great bow reduce?
No.
No?
Maybe are great bows strength? Great bows might be strength. If that's the case, that's why, but I need to check that. Because her hit is awful. Now that I'm reflecting on it. It's gonna be in the... It's gonna be in the FFD&D stuff. As I crawl my way over to the bits for that. Weapons.
No, great bows are counted as all other bows, and the character gets no strength bonus on damage rolls with projectile weapons. Specifically built composite short bow, specially built, it says twice, a great bow or a sling, so she can get strength 2.
There's a pretty good strength rating as most listen to strength rating great bow, you can't effectively use it.
If your strength bonus is
strength
less,
modifier +1, which she has.
then yeah, she should be able to make it.
You can use it with proficiency. Great bow made with high strength. Take advantage of above average strength score. This feature lets you add your strength bonus to damage up to the maximum indicated for the bow. Oh, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. Didn't know about that bow. So yeah,
So she should be rolling full BAB plus Dex, and it's the strength mod for.
Which her full bab as a full bab. I believe a full bab at least. Yeah, no, really? She only bab 1 at level 2? I'm sure I leveled her up, right? Yeah, I'm sure.
No, you said she was level 2.
She's level 2. Is there
Yeah.
Are archers full bab? Are archers 3/4 bab?
What type of archer is she?
Regular archer. No shenanigans.
Archers are not full bab.
Okay, that's why then.
They get +1 at 2.
So yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's good then. So that's 1 from that. She's got +4 from her dex. And +1 from the great bow. So it should be +6. I don't know how
She
that
can
got...
aim for another +1. But that's a full round action, and she's already moved.
Yeah. She's going to make an attack with her true chance to hit of +6 and miss anyway. I think. Let me check. Yes, absolutely miss anyway, as it flies well over their heads. To be fair, it's been over a week since I've used it. Oh yeah, what's the blinded penalty? Oh my god, there's so much math in Pathfinder. What is this? What's the blinded penalty to AC? What was it?
No dex mod -2
It's
base
not
AC.
dex, so it's flat foot minus 2 then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Flatfoot -2.
Wow, that's 9. 11 minus 2 is 9. That's what she rolled.
So she hits.
Holy shit! So yes, she hits it.
Excellent.
Adding her. Double checking this. So it's you just add your strength mod up to the minimum strength mod for the bow, which for her bow is 1. So she just adds 1 to the damage.
Yeah.
So it's 1d10 plus 1.
Yes.
Bip.
It's really good for bow stuff.
Oh. Boop. There's now a big old arrow in it. It's still not dead. Very close though, but still not dead.
Dark Souls great arrow just sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm. These little beach umbrella sticking out of the side.
I'll tell you something. I've been looking at the spheres of might to give bonuses to everybody, like fun things. The thing that I'm planning on giving Burke will let him literally fire great spears and shit from his crossbow
That's
to
pretty
do
cool.
to do spear damage.
That's ridiculous.
It's
It
a
is
thing, and I'm
Kaya's
like,
turn.
yes.
As she glances around and is surrounded by spiders.
I can't see shit.
I can't see shit. We have 2 blind spiders.
Blind spiders.
double check her stuff here. What can you do? Which, by the way, her Call Lightning, at the start of this round, she selects another target for it, which she will select this one that's flanking up on her. And it immediately takes another 3d6 damage.
Does that just kind of like fire off several times
runs
without on cast?
For her, it will run for another 7 rounds.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Where every turn, which immediately upon completion of the spell, and once per round thereafter, you may call down a 5-foot wide, 30-foot long vertical bolt of lightning that deals 3d6 points of electric damage.
Okay,
No,
you definitely
no
have
hits,
to teach me that.
nothing. It's just that takes some damage this turn. That takes some damage this turn. Like,
yeah, I want to learn that.
and it takes 10 damage, which it's a slightly frailer spider, and that does a lot. What else can you do? What else can you do, you little nymph, you? Why you have so many support abilities?
Just she's a support caster.
Yeah. Okay, sure. She sees that she's kind of getting flanked in on melee, and she rubs her hands together and pulls her hands apart and summons a flame blade.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
As she wields a 3-foot-long blazing beam of red-hot fire that springs from her hand like a blade-like scimitar.
Holy shit.
But made as melee touch attacks. Sure. 1d8 plus so plus 1d8.
Did you take acid damage from the net?
1d8 plus 4. Ah, you're right. Acid damage on the net. You true.
You know,
true.
if we hadn't have caught you kind of half unawares and didn't have the sheer numbers, we would have been fucked.
I get the impression that the combat encounter was really designed for you guys to be fucked. Somehow that's not what happens.
I mean, between the petrifying, just you.
It helped that the situation was handled well, and we got a good jump on her.
That's what I mean.
With a strength. Yeah, it's just a strength mod for a melee touch attack. Her strength is not good. And she whiffs the one right in front of her as she tries to swing at it with her big old thing of fire.
Web's just getting in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm getting surrounded. And the one
Could she
that...
use that?
She could use that too to break the web. She would take the damage as the web burns, though. She would take 2d4 points of fire damage from the flames.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a good day. Alternative,
Though,
really.
technically, I think that the way that this works, if she were to do that, both her and Koke would take 2d4 points of fire damage, but both would be freed. Because the point is, it's the strands of the web are extremely flammable. A magic flaming sword can slash them away easily as a hand brushes away cobwebs. As easily as a hand brushes away cobwebs. Yeah, never mind. As she swings this thing at this thing, dripping off fire coming out of her hand, it clips the corner of the web, and you both take 2d4 points of fire damage.
Okay, bring it.
As you see the fire race down the web towards both of you. Oh, and you take maximized fire damage. And neither of you are any longer webbed, but that hurt.
I'm fine.
As the one that's right in front of her is going to attempt to make a bite attack at her.
She has concealment, so...
Yeah, she has concealment from the... And then they've got tremor sense, they can still feel her, but there's still a concealment issue.
I know where she is, they just don't know exactly where all of the bits are to attack.
Wow, you guys are terrible. Okay. +2. And then 10, does that even hit her before concealment? No, absolutely not. So yeah, it attempts to make an attack at her with a bite, with an attempt to poison her, nothing happens. Next one goes. That one also charges in. and attempts to bite her again. Same one, same way. 13 also completely misses her. As you watch as she gets swarmed on by spiders, and all the little spiders taking bites at her, and she's just kind of gliding out of the path of their fangs with her ridiculous AC that all comes from Dex. And it's your turn, Koke.
Step and swing.
Swish and flick.
Oh my god.
As you run in with your great sword and swing, make. Ooh, great swords have quite a cleave, don't they?
It's a great axe.
Yeah,
But
great
yes.
axe have quite a cleave, don't they? Go ahead and make a D100 for
Oh
me.
no.
Let's see if you get under 50. You get
I
under
do.
50. Okay, roll damage for it as you would normally.
I've killed her.
The first victim of your new murder axe is one of your potential girlfriends.
Can I do anything to stop this before it goes off?
You could go ahead and roll another attack. Or no, no. Just roll your damage. I'll give her a reflex save to half it. I'll give her a reflex save to half it.
Please roll a reflex save to half that. Although, look at those fucking ones!
What the fuck is that? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. As you slash at your girlfriend for possibly one of your smallest damage pips in this weapon's history.
Can you still make a full attack action step?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Does your bab permit multiple attacks at your level?
No, I can attack with all
Can you do all natural
weapons at a minus.
and all manufactured?
Yes, but I have to. I take a significant penalty.
Alright.
So it is just a.
19. She rolls a fucking 21, even on a 3, because that's what she does, and takes half of that.
Sorry, and
Ow.
I bite.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, don't you also take? Is it still? It's still a vicious great axe. Don't you still take the 1d6?
Yeah,
back?
I'll roll the 1d6. 1d6. I take 2.
As this combat goes very poorly so far.
It's okay. I'm used to this. Roll 20 hates me. But yeah, an 11 probably won't hit. And then my gore attack, which is actually stronger than my bite.
On the one that you're in melee of?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's just the normal AC. It's not touch AC or anything.
Yeah, that's
right?
just normal AC.
Yeah, that one's not blinded, so yeah, no, that misses.
And wow, my rolls are so poor right now. I'm gonna change dice color to purple.
And the
And
11
that's-
also doesn't. Same thing. As you bite at him and you gore at him and you swing it at your girlfriend. God, these are dodgy little spiders.
I'm letting myself get distracted.
She's very pretty. As this spider comes charging in.
You say Kaya's my girlfriend, but I've slept with these times.
And it will
Should
attempt
wanna-
to make a attack at you.
If I get crit, I'm gonna be so upset.
Yeah, there's no better angle. We gotta do some measurements here. Okay. Yeah. I'm contemplating attack angles and stuff for these spiders.
Yeah.
Right, plus, yeah, it's a plus 2. That's a 13.
Nope.
Ah, misses you. So far, most of the damage has been self-inflicted.
I've done the most damage.
All right. I got that wounded one again. Let's see if I can finish it off.
Please do. Before I make more of a fool of myself. In front of 2 very hot ladies.
Which, yes, absolutely hits it. And which at this point, Echo, you'd be coming into the cave here behind him, and I'll populate your token. I'm pulling it straight from the roster, so it's not gonna have your healths and stuff. But beep, 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 beep. You heard fighting coming from there, and you're pretty sure the ladies are in trouble. 1d10 plus 1.
I can't interact with it.
Oh. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
8 damage. Wow.
Echo. Yeah, great bows are cool.
Should this
I don't think those are a thing in. Yeah,
should this one go first, or should I come?
Yeah, you can.
Well-
You can move right after Beast. You can move in between Beast and the spider, if you got your stuff ready. So she does 8 damage to the one that only had 3 health left, and is subsequently murderized.
You might wanna put Echo in the
Nah.
turn order.
I'm
Just give him 6.
getting you. I'm getting it.
One more.
7.5. There you go. All right. I got the first kill. First
Well
kill in the
done.
spider cave. Woo! You got your stuff together, or do you want to delay? All right, you good?
Charge in and kick.
It's a blind spider. It's a splinder. Hello,
Blind
Echo.
Finder.
It's good to see you. What are you doing? We're kicking the spider. Okay.
4 plus 4 right now is 8. Plus 8. It's a 15 hit it with a kick. Oh, I could make it a charge action too, which would reduce my AC for, but also. What was
An
this
18?
charge do?
Does it, regardless of 15 hits it, yeah. No, these things are very low AC.
Okay, so I don't even need a charge. All right. So I do a 1d6, 4 because kick it. Bite. I kick the spider for 6 damage.
Alright. You kick the spider for 6 damage. It kind of reels back from you as it tries to bite down on Koke in this whole brawl.
Simultaneous order sort of thing.
Just gets bipped by a huge kick to the side. Next spider is this spider. Who, where she is... Yes, this spider's a she. Don't touch. Yes. Perfect. Absolutely.
Gonna
perfect.
web us all again.
Is in the perfect angle to hit
Can,
all 4
but
of
can
you.
it see that?
Can it
Can-
web us though? From
Can it
Blind.
actually see that we're that we're all like this though? Is the other question.
Well, I mean,
and they do have tremor sense.
it is tremor sense. It can hear you regardless, but it can feel you regardless. But
I kind of figure that tremor sense applies to when they're in webbing. Is
I
that
mean,
specified?
it's not specified. I'm assuming these things are just kind of spiders with lots of legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna launch corrosive web over the 4 of you again.
That's fine.
You are all enwebbed. There is no save because that's apparently what this ability does.
And then, I mean, if it's webbing over us, does it still touch the fire blade?
It hasn't touched the fire blade until she starts swinging it around again, but for now you
Okay.
all have a web draped around and all over your bits. That spider looks very proud of itself.
It's going to take hours to get all of this out of my armor. I'm wearing chainmail. It's gonna like glitter.
Okay, it's Gaia's turn.
Yeah.
start
Who's
of her
gonna
turn.
get thunderbolted?
Start of her turn, as we assess the health pools. There's that one. There's that one. That one. As she looks at the one between Echo and Koke, and assesses it could probably be taken out with a good Bolton, and does exactly its hit points remaining. Difference of hit points and damage. And it is slain. And by that nature, no longer blinded. Alright, I got that one. Now for my actual move, for my actual action. You! And she turns to the one that just webbed all of you. And she's going to make a melee touch attack. D20.
Get ready for the burn. It stings a little.
Yeah.
Okay, she has weapon finesse, right? Would that count as a light weapon?
Ooh. That's a funny point. Flame blade. Blaze. There's combustibles. Just, yeah,
I mean, if it comes with the base package, I'm going to yes, 'cause they wouldn't give her a weapon finesse and
That's
then
true.
a flame blade.
No, I think you have a point there. I would absolutely rule that it is the lightest of weapons because it is literally energy. And that is what the point of weapon finesse is that it's using your dexterity to make touches, not your strength to cleave through things. So yeah, and her dex mod is really high. +5. And so with that, it is her combined Bab and Dex is a +9 then, as she swings at it. With a 2 at 11.
But it's
and it's blinded. It's blinded, which brings its AC down from a 14 to its other. It's there it is.
This is the last
It's flat-footed
turn
of
blinded.
11. Yeah, this is the last cycle of blinded, I think. Last turn of 11, and down to 9 from the penalty, and hits it, and deals 1d8 plus 4 because of her caster level. And it is slain. She got 2 on a turn, as she raises her hand skyward with a woo. Got 2 in 1 turn. You got 1 in 1 turn, Vise.
And are we going to explode now?
And as she swings it and like lifts her hands up in the air like in celebration, as fire drips off this thing as it flails around, it catches on the web and the entire row of you all ignite. That's so weird they would make it so flammable. Taking still very high damage. The rolls are not liking this.
6 damage on top of that.
As Vise on the end of their line gets hit with it, she kind of shouts out an "Ow! I don't exactly have the same health pools that you guys do." And you're no longer all
Echo?
webbed.
Can you please do something about that?
Whip.
Honestly, it's just gonna wait for my turn.
And then
Oh, the blind spiders are dead.
and there's this guy, who is dead, removed from turn order. And there's this guy who is alive and healthy because no one's even attacked it yet.
I tried, but
Between the two of you, Judges Koke might have a lesser AC, and these things have a very hard time making contact with you guys. Arrgh.
no.
Come on, guys. One of us is going to poison these things eventually. It does strength damage. It's amazing.
Oh.
Alright. Well, it's fucking him then. Koke, your turn. Guys, don't even have a whole lot of other abilities. They got their poison, they got their
Swing!
web.
With a little bit more finesse this time, maybe.
There
Does
it
a
is,
27 hit?
A 27 absolutely hits. Does a 19 crit.
Not with an axe.
Not on my axe,
That's a
no.
damn shame.
I know, that is a damn shame. Does a 23 kill it?
It absolutely kills it. As you swing your axe down on this thing, as Kaya's glanced away, murdering this thing with her flame knife, the thing in front of you is cleft in twain, and boop, is now has the dead status. And it is that dead one's turn, who is not alive anymore. Alright. It is Visa's turn. Which, that's all 4 of them dead. So she's going to advance forwards. And make a perception check to see if we've cleared this cave. What is your perception, Vis?
All of us?
She's
Or her,
making
just
one.
her.
She's making one. Perception, PPP, perception, +9. Excellent. Excellent. And as she kind of like steps over the corpse of the spider and like around Echo and sort of into the cave and glances around, she looks up slightly and yells out to the party, I don't think this thing's over yet. As she pulls an arrow back and GM layer, token layer. Some of the ones that you
Ooh.
blinded from earlier have been creeping in along the ceiling.
On the ceiling.
And she's going to take a shot at one of them. We got climb speed! We're climbing all over the place and a +7 to stealth, man! Mm-mm-mm.
Ain't they fucking sassing us? Kai, are they sassing us in Spider? I don't speak Spider yet.
I think they might be. They sound very annoying. What's your fucking hit again? +6? Yeah, +6. +6. Boop. Boom! Boom! Hits it with a great bow, right into the one in the ceiling, the closest one. Yeah, it's within. She... It's 1d10 + 1. Deals 1d10 + 1 damage to it. Dealing 8 damage to it, as it reels in pain, as a large portion of its health is removed. -8. Okay, it is Echo's turn.
Kaya looks really beat up, I'm guessing.
Kaya,
Comparative.
you get a good look at her. She looks like she's probably above half.
Vise needs healing more. She's only a level 2. She's a babby. She
Okay.
just got set on fire.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna use a heal. I'm gonna cast heal. Because that's 5 HP. She only took 6 damage, right?
She's taken yeah.
So all of us get 5 HP back.
Okay.
Thank you.
+5 to her. +5 to her.
And I'm going to move in for
That is particularly special behavior for a chocobo, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I got
is,
you.
Echo's more than just a chocobo. I'm almost convinced that something is really weird. Perhaps wonderful.
Kaya would know.
Kaya's getting an impression about you.
Oh,
it's not regular for a chocobo to get to cast Cure, and you
No,
you've
because
talked to her.
I told.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kaya got Echo's backstory info dump over the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say not. He's maybe one of a kind. And what you doing, Echo?
I already cast
yeah,
heal,
that was the cast.
and I
Yeah.
moved
Next,
in front
that thing's turn. It is dead. Next, that thing's turn. It is advancing. Looking at. Yep. It's a good spot. As
Oh,
it
this is gonna happen.
crawls
It's
up,
on the ceiling.
crawls up along the ceiling, looking down on all you guys, and how does shot webs all over you. And yet again, without save, because that's bullshit. There's no reflex save. Yes, there's really no reflex save. You were all immediately webbed again.
Yeah, but the strength check to get out is so
Yes,
Low.
it's abysmal. Like, you can just pop yourself out. The fact that you guys keep using fire to get out is the quickest way to murder yourself, but it's a saving on the actions. It sprays you all and laughs with glee as you're all webbed again. And it's Kaya's turn, and she has got to take her 1d6. Gonna take her lumps. And she only takes 2. Darn that thing, and holds one hand up towards it on the ceiling. Toasted spider
Lightning
falls
bolt.
down. What else can she do? And she spends her standard action actually getting out of it, because she doesn't have anything else to do with her standard action, really. And spends some of her movement impaired getting to the high ground over here. And unblobbing from the party before this one advances up. How far are you? 30, can't get to her. Can get to her. It's gonna come up on Kaya where she is and crawl down, like drift down from the ceiling to make a bite attack.
I'm guessing that the blind is kind of, not an issue.
Yeah.
It's largely a non-issue with them finding things. An 11, which doesn't hit anyway. If they do finally hit with one of these, a blinded one still has to make still has to beat the concealment for their blindness.
Well, I meant it's been longer than 2 turns.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's over. Never mind. It's long over for these guys.
It's just a matter of that's what
Not
I'm
actually
saying.
hitting it.
It doesn't
Regardless, they're still rolling 11s to hit an AC of 23.
The web is bullshit, but it's the only way they're actually going to hurt us at this rate.
Yeah, then there's that one, which is also dead. It's Goge's turn.
Blaster.
Which one?
The one that's the only one that's alive that I can see.
Alright.
There's one up here.
Yeah.
See its name.
That's the only one I could also get in range as well. Does an 18 hit touch?
Absolutely. They are baby spiders.
He needs to make a Fortitude 19.
I will go ahead and reveal the remainder of this map.
So I do 10 electricity damage with Blaster.
Fortitude 19. Their fort save is +4. Boop. He succeeds.
Yeah, he succeeds.
Does he take
He's not
the 10, or
immobilized.
does he take the,
But he takes the 10, yeah.
takes the 10?
It's just the fort save is to stop being immobilized. Because
Okay.
it doesn't
Yeah, the
immobilize as
tasers.
well. Let
Alright,
me mark off 3 more MP.
as the spider is hit with the big old taser beam, he screes in spider pain, but shrugs off his stun. And it is the last ceiling spider's turn. What's a quick way that you can go? You don't have any range that one.
Oh yeah, can you roll my web damage because I didn't break.
Ah, yes. 1d6. You take 1 point of damage. Poor spider. Okay. 25, 20. Probably can't get across and down to melee echo even. But can get to the one target that still isn't webbed. And web's Kaya. No rolls, no save. She's webbed. Vise, you're up. Vise rolls on the ceiling one because she has a certain grasp that she's an archer and we're light on ranged. Hits it. Kind of barely hits it really. And deals 4 points of damage to it.
Dang it, that looks like it should be.
Dang.
Yeah,
How did that land on the 3?
It landed
and not
on the
9?
side, yeah.
You're doing a great job, sweetie. You're already level 2. These things are CR2. There should be 4 of you for one of these.
I might just level up from this.
I hope so. That was kind of half the intent.
It's Echo's turn. You are currently webbed. It would take a standard action to break free, or you can cast
I'm
up. There's
assuming he
2
would
up
have
here.
taken. He would have taken hit damage, net
Yes.
damage from that.
Yeah. I always forget the net damage.
I'm gonna take net damage.
Take the 2. Yeah, and she took that damage as well. She takes a 3. I always forget the
That
net
was
damage.
not what I wanted to do.
Hmm?
How do I undo that?
I will get it. Got it.
Thank you. I wanted to. Is that like 5 feet up?
Yeah. Yeah, you could make that within 20 feet if that's what you're trying.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay. Nice 3. I'm going to cast heal again.
Okay.
Give everybody another +5. Another +5 heal. Wait. That's. I can't actually go there.
You can't cast heal again?
No. I put +5 of my HP and it made my bar more. No temp
As
HP.
everyone heals back, and Vise is actually brought back to full again.
Yeah, so
My health is a yo-yo right now.
This is what combat's like, sweetie.
God.
so
These
yeah.
things are doing like 3/4 of my health, and I'm healing 3/4 of my health, and they're dealing 3/4 of my health.
Since that's a standard action, I can't break the
Yeah.
second time.
Yeah.
Not that it would probably be too hard for me to actually just and break it.
Mm-hmm. As you sit perplexed by how this web is holding you, with how flimsy it is.
Yeah, really.
That spider is dead and has no turn. It's Kaya's turn. Calls down another bolt of lightning on the healthier one on the ceiling.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Bees.
12, and does exactly its health again with another 12. This is the second time that's come out to math perfectly, and it yet again crinkles up and falls to the ground. Whew. Okay. Can I finish this off? Can I do it?
Believe in you.
Your trust was misplaced!
It always is.
As she swings at it and misses entirely, and lights herself on fire again because of her fire shenanigans. But is not on a contiguous web with you guys anymore, and doesn't burn you guys too.
Good.
But at the very least, she at least got the +5 from that last heal.
Mm-hmm.
So she's at least getting some HP back.
Okay. I'm gonna get clear now. I'm sure you guys got this last one. She slides down the hill and it takes attack of opportunity on her, which I'm sure it won't make. Which it doesn't. Alright. And its turn again. Why would Jesus Christ. Well, and everyone's webbed anyway. It's going to advance up and... God, who does even have a chance of hitting? There's one person who has a chance of hitting. It crawls, skitters along, just kind of ducking over the ceiling and hopping down on the other side of Vise. And it's going to make an attempt to hit her. +8.
And fail.
And fail to
Wait.
hit her. Yeah, no, she's got leather armor. Her AC is too high. These are the shittiest spiders in the world. Yes, actually, even flat-footed. Yes, her AC is 12 flat-footed. But regardless, yeah. Runs up, whip. These spiders are gross, but worthless. Okay, it's your turn.
Can I hit the spider from beside me here?
Yes,
Like
you can. Yeah,
moved.
it's not like a hard corner on a building. It's
Can you
rounded.
move?
Oh yeah,
Oh
you're,
no, I
you're
can't
webbed.
move. Yeah,
Fucking
'cause I'm
webbed.
fucking webbed. Oh, I'll blast her again then. Ugh. Does that hit touch?
That does not hit touch. Touch AC is 13 on these guys.
Oh well.
As you sit there and it whiffs. It is then that spider's turn, who is dead. It is Visa's turn, who is in melee with it. Ah! As I check her character sheet, She has no other weapons. She just has a great bow, and will now attempt a great bow from point blank. Oh god! Oh god, I actually hit it! Oh, there's only a 6 health left. Only a 6 health left. You can do this.
You can do this.
She does 6 damage!
She does, yes!
As she...
It tried to take the attack of opportunity, but it just jumped into the arrow.
No. As it runs over and falls down on her and swings at her, and she panics, and she pulls back her great bow, like, from fucking a foot from her face, and just launches a beach umbrella right into it, pinning it to the back wall of the cave.
Excellent work.
And combat is finally terminated.
And just rip all of this web off.
Where is that there? No, that's not it. There is the combat music. Feather that out.
Break something. How is everybody HP wise?
I'm fine. I'm casting a cure
she-
on.
She does take her 1d6 though for that turn. Ooh. Yeah, I'm doing okay. And before her next round comes around, she scrape, and webs, as it does everyone else.
I'll heal these. Okay.
As more than her fucking health pool returns to her. Oh, you guys play pretty fast and loose with the healing now, don't you?
Well, I'm not a healer type.
Well, you all did excellent as her last couple minutes of lightning end and the cave's lightning storm goes away. What's that one?
I'm using photosynthesis on myself.
Okay.
I need to roll 1d6. 6 rounds, that's an extra 6 HP as we just wait around doing nothing.
Beep, beep, beep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spiders.
And I will rip the leg off the spider in front of me, pocket it, rip a second leg off, munch.
So, how is Kaya and Koke HP wise? Like, in Chocobo, on a scale of 1 to whatever, how much are you hurting?
If you used your special kind of AoE heal, you would put me to full.
On a scale from 1 to about 60, I'm at about half.
Okay.
Hang on. If you just AoE heal Echo, I'll get Kaya as I polarize heals.
As you what?
I'm using the kill materia. I rolled maximum for Vs and then a 1 for Kaya.
Everybody gets 5 more HP, so she heals 5. And then I'm gonna beak boop Kaya for a lay on. Whoops, not -3.
A lay on wings.
Lay on heal whatever.
And how much does that give her?
Let's see, what's lay on hand? It's 1d6. It's increased healing. Says increases any healing spell the white mage casts by 1 extra die.
Lay on wings would not be a spell. It's an ability.
All right, it's a supernatural. So it's just a 1d. 2 more.
Another 2. You're an excellent healer, my young bird friend.
1 more, because, there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's 5 more, and that should be like, that's That's 7 more on top of the 15 she got, so she should be like really
Well,
nearly set.
now on a scale from 1 to 60, I'm at about a 54.
Unfortunately, I can only cast healing spells for other people using materia. My healing spells are regrettably selfish.
Well, that's probably fine. As long as you have this bird around.
Nico's a good kid. Pat neck, pat neck.
Yay!
Alright, I have a leg for proof, I have a leg for...
I see you noodle a leg and carry one off.
And I wasn't about to tame any of these.
They're
my
creepy.
my sympathies for spiders are kind of limited, and I don't want to feel the pain of losing them again. I don't know if I'm gonna lose the other one. I just don't want to feel the pain of maybe losing.
Let's just take a quick cursory glance around the cave, make sure we can head back.
Go ahead and
I'm
make a
gonna-
perception
actually-
check.
I will roll a perception too.
What do your bird-eyed see? I mean, I'll make perception
Bird-
too.
Bird of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
That's not bad. For no wisdom. That's all ranks.
Jesus. I rolled higher than you with like a 3.
I have no wisdom.
I have wisdom and a shit ton of perception.
Yes, that's a very high mod. That's higher than my intelligence stuff mods.
You know what? I should have just said take a 10 on perception. Jesus.
Taking 10s are very useful when you're crafting. Well,
I mean, I guess I can declare this as a cursory glance and then take a 10 on looking around.
Between the two of you, kind of exploring around the cave, you find a couple of things.
ooh.
You find a total of 500 gil. I'll list this stuff out. Oh, you find a eyeglass. Oh no, wait, reading that wrong. You find a glass eye.
Oh.
Less useful. Which you notice is particularly fine, and you could probably get some large amount of gil from that. You also find an ornate silver mirror set with aquamarines.
Oh.
Shiny! Shiny!
Yeah, joke. That one Echo finds. But you find no
Or
magic
still,
items
it's still
or
just
equipment.
it's still just coming out like lots of quiz, but I'm just saying words
Yeah.
so that
And
Kaya
as
can
this time, like
translate what
as Echo like runs and like finds his mirror in the corner, like, and everyone else just hears quack 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 quack, and Kaya just sits there laughing.
One day I'll learn how to speak Chocobo.
Well, I might be able to show you, but it's kind of an intrinsic thing to just what I am. It's not so, you know.
Just
Well,
eat her already.
normally that requires death of the thing in question. It's just kind of like one of those kind of shrug sort of, well, I mean,
You don't have
Have
to
I
eat the whole
finished?
thing.
have I finished consuming spider?
Which you have finished consuming spider, and you gain, as you would expect, curse spider. You
Stupid
gain
asshole net
corrosive web,
skill.
super stupid asshole netting skill with no saves for not being caught in it. In a 15-foot cone burst, creatures can break loose, making a paltry strength or escape artist check.
The spell in my thing has a reflex negate, that lasts for 2d4 rounds as a cone-shaped burst with a range of 15 feet, and it's a DC 20 strength check since this is a
It's
magic.
a different spell. You have a completely
different.
different version of Corrosive Web. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah. You get your version of Corrosive Web.
And what hit die do the spiders have?
The hit die of a spider is 3.
I can
Your
transform into
CR2
one.
with a
Excellent.
with 3d8 health.
Which would be a DC 8 reflex. And then a DC 20 strength. Or a DC 25 escape artist.
And as
then it
combat
does
is ought
1d
to,
damage.
it is stretched out much more game out of this evening. From the total number of spiders, the 7 spiders, 600 experience piece, divided over the. Oh wait, no, I divided that over a 6-player split. Ooh, I should.
We are only 4.
We're only 4. Hang on. 4 to 5 player split. Okay, the 4 of you gain 1,200 experience points.
How
Wait,
much?
1,200 each.
1,200.
And you're also gonna get less than that for today's actual session because of just the running around talking experience.
1,000 what again? Sorry.
1,200.
Ooh.
Here, let me real quick do the at everyone FF Pathfinder bracket plus 800 XP. FF Pathfinder plus 800 XP. 0 is combat. No combat experience for the regular session, but you guys each got an additional 1,200 for the spider crawl.
Ooh. That puts me pretty close to leveling again.
Yeah, me too.
Echo had you're a little bit ahead from your little solo bit too. You're probably closer even than fucking Koke is. But yeah.
I'll because I have to sass and be sarcastic and me and everything. To the whole like it's intrinsic to me. I'll spider and then turn into a spider. I mean, I'm not gonna brag or anything, but being intrinsic to things is kind of my jam.
Well, I'm beginning to see that.
And then I turn back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I think her explaining where she came from would be something like, so I was in this room, I was in this cage. It's like a small room and a cage. And it was bad and it was scary. I didn't like it. Cold. And the people there, they weren't nice. They were very they felt just as cold as the room. And then one day, I noticed that there was a latch that kept my cage closed, and I could reach it, and so I picked it, and then I ran, and I saw a hole in the ceiling, and I jumped up it, and I jumped against the wall, and I jumped against the wall, and I got out, and then I was somewhere, and I just ran. And
Why
then
is the joke about walking so much?
Yeah. Walk. That guy's like, mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm not doing it right.
Yeah.
That's
This is
what
the whole story.
Yeah.
That's how it would have been kind of described too.
Yeah.
Kaya.
Through the lens of a chocobo. Yeah. You guys work your way back to town.
They wore white coats and were scary.
As I shift scroll us back to the city
They
Lullin map.
poked me with things and it hurt.
Which- By now, I can finally clean up the armies. Whip, 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 whip.
Just add things to my inventory.
I didn't want to interrupt gameplay flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the Curse of Spiders handled.
I will head to the hunt office and leg. I killed the corrosive spiders.
Wonderful. And he takes the leg, and he plops it back behind the counter, and he pulls out another sack of gil, and he hands it to you.
Thank you. I'm just gonna add this skill to my inventory.
It's only 250 gil, because it's only a 1-star thing. Even though it was actually a pretty substantial encounter. How are the spiders?
Webby.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
How many were there?
It also. How many were there? Like 7?
There were 7, yeah.
7.
7? It's only supposed to be like 2 or 3.
Oh, there were 7 of them.
Yeah. Well, still only decided to give you this much. So, sorry, shrugs.
Well, I mean, I got a lot out of this, you know, being a blue mage and all. You can now use their web against them, and it's stronger.
Well, that sounds terrifying.
Would you like a demonstration?
I very much do not, unless it's just one of those dummies downstairs.
Well, yeah, I can do it on the dummy
sure.
downstairs.
Everyone congregates to the dummies.
Bonus points if the casting is.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking just spit up this web. Watch this. And just web.
Overall, the dummies actually do get a chance to save, but they are dummies and have no dexterity scores and an auto fail it.
And it lasts for 5 rounds.
As you all sit there for a full 30 seconds while these dummies are webbed, just sit there reflecting on how painful it must be to be those dummies right now. As they take a total of like 5d6 damage. 5d6 damage.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's any different for the Blue Mage version.
No. Yeah, 1d6 points of non-elemental damage.
Mm-hmm.
Non-elemental.
Yeah.
I think like acid.
You'd think. But no, those corrosive webs deal non-elemental damage. Shrug.
It's just a sizzle damage.
And so concludeth our episode of Final Fantasy Pathfinder. I hope everybody had fun with this little bonus bit at the end.
Yes.
Well, this has been us playing our Final Fantasy Pathfinder game, but we're like almost. This is like almost the 17th episode or something by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these now. But we will see everyone again next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. for another episode of this. Till then, just keep an eye on the channel. Bye.
Bye.